these. Was nicht mehr nicht mehr mit der einer from the real guy people. Ja, we maar small but if you more film of us not do. Says girl. Small but if oh. Who's so what? I now I remember looking up so little on it is easy last night. And you know I repeat your stay. Heard of but here's little guy. Steers high servo up. Heard that bus if you were my shit you. Finish next. As what? In the bone now. Oh, and the arsenal I beat by hand now I got was last year look around not nice knocking news number. Yeah, it was yes as a mouse the Lord knew if she was cousin of ours, but well it was a one ish guy worth than I'm used to say this little guy got a little bit by him was I ran all gal above an active.
Give me your mailing address. I want to mail you a spoon so you can eat shit out of my fucking ass. I'm tired of people saying that because I am who I am, I can't say a factual observation. Shut the fuck up.
Baller alert. Calling out baller alert.
Eat it. Kiss my fucking ass and lick my ball. Eat it. Fucking eat it. Oh, he's doing it mean. Oh, this is strange. Eat it. Eat it. Eat it. Eat it. I am fucking based. Lick my ball. Eat it. Fucking eat it. Shut the fuck up. Take your fucking ass and eat it. Eat it. Kiwi Farms. I want to mail you a spoon.
Dog.
On a daily fucking basis. Feels a racist. Feels a sexist. Feels this. Feels that. I am who I am. I am fucking based. Eat it. Kiss my fucking ass and lick my ball. Eat it. Fucking eat it. Oh, he's doing it mean. Oh, this is strange. Eat it. Eat it. Eat it. Eat it. I am fucking based. Eat it. Fucking eat it. Shut the fuck up. I am who I am. Eat it. Eat it. Eat it. Segment where I got incredibly animated and emotional and upset because people on the internet tend to think that because a lot of people make fun of him and you know call him a lolcow or whatever, that apparently I don't have the right to state facts. You think I care about this shit? Ask me if I care about this shit, cause I don't give a shit. If I had $1 for every time they said I gave a shit, I'd be broke, cause I don't give a shit. I'm not loyal to anybody. I'm a demon. I have no loyalty for anyone. Never did, never will.
Baller alert.
Straight gas and cutting straight to the bricks. Ha ha. Popped a perk 30, got straight to fucking. Popped a old garbanzo bean. Fuck you mean. I'm sick in the head. Y'all can't fuck with me. This shit ain't nothing to me, you stupid piece of shit. We're smoking filtered crack, you stupid piece of shit. Shorty chose to be with a demon, sounds like her problem to me. She spread it, and let me take a deep sniff of that slime. That coochie yummy slime, that coochie doing it for me slime. I don't give a fuck if I go blind. I'll have to stun on them next time. Straight gas and cutting straight to the bricks. Ha ha. Popped a perk 30, got straight to fucking. Popped a old garbanzo bean. Fuck you mean. Ha ha. I'm sick in the head. Y'all can't fuck with me. You can't trust me. I don't even trust myself. Ah! I don't know who I am anymore. I'm getting too much money.
Meerkat Mall.
Can you remind me who I am? Get the president on the phone now.
Dog.
I'm him.
All right.
I've been him. I
Last
will continue
one.
to be him.
Meerkat Mall. Who?
Do a begathon where tip me and do this and do that. We're not doing that. It's business as usual here on DSP Gaming. We play games. We have fun. If you guys like it, you support it.
Meerkat Mall.
The week is going slow. Tough through it. So how are you doing? This is how I'm doing. Tips very low now, but I've noticed tips very low right now. The week is going slow. It gets to me. My life is ruined. This is how I'm doing. And losers out there who thinks that they know shit, kiss my fucking ass and eat my right now. Fat! Full podcasts booked, full gameplay streams booked, everything's booked. The chap, everything's booked. The chap, can't do anything crazy. And I don't even have enough to buy groceries.
I want to have sex with your wife.
The week is going slow. Tough through it. So how are you doing? This is how I'm doing. Tips very low now, but I've noticed tips very low right now. The week is going slow. It gets to me. My life is ruined. This is how I'm doing. Dog. And losers out there who thinks that they know shit, kiss my fucking ass and eat my right now. So how are you doing? This is how I'm doing. So how are you doing? This is how I'm doing. So how are you doing? This is how I'm doing. So how are you doing? This is how I'm doing.
Vibe check. Welcome everybody to this Swaycast number 15, 16, 17, 18. Another one. Welcome everybody. Good morning, Argentina. I hope you have a nice Mr. Beast chocolate breakfast. And thank you for the membership, Swaggy Davis Jr. 8 months, dude. Big up Sway to the children, and Ben reviews things for 3 months. All right. Today we're going to do a variety hour style coverage. I don't even fucking know. We're going to be watching Dark Side Phil. You already know. But I wanted to catch up on The Beggar's Journey by Ex Mortis. And seeing that there's been 2 weeks since the last one, I think now is a good time to have a vibe check on what's been happening. And maybe then check out the December 2023 recap, because I already fucking forgot. And I am still supposed to be doing the 12 Days of Christmas, even though I'm on, like, the second one, but you're not supposed to think about it. At some point, I'll go back and do it, because I know if I keep doing them, I will reach the interview, and that's going to be a good, like, 15 hours of rewatching it, so that shit's going to be something. But first, let's check out the clips from yesterday. The clip that you saw in the beginning was by the Tractor Beam. I'm gonna drop the link in chat so you can go and check it out. It's the reversed feasting, the unfeasting. I don't know, but it sounds super like how was that called? Twin Peaks. Yeah, it definitely sounds like Twin Peaks when he does it. And then look at this. Oh my god. The only thing that is more disgusting than watching him eat is watching him eat in reverse. It's absolutely cursed footage. Absolutely cursed. The way he took out that hot pocket out of his mouth. It was just like epic. And somehow he's a little bit more coherent in reverse than what he usually is. Then I guess shout out to It's a Gundam for listening to Kool-Aid Girl on stream, and today I got a bunch of new comments from people that found it from there, so big ups. Yesterday's late stream, very miserable, very miserable, very. We finished at 22 contributions out of 50 with the top tip of 10 contributions by one single guy, obviously. I don't know what happened during the day. Raw Phil doesn't have it, maybe Dark Dave does. But I think it was around 50, like 55 or something. But it doesn't really matter at that point. dspgaming. Let's watch the daily rap first. See if he cried about stuff. He probably didn't, but he implied that he was set back heavily. So less viewers, but still a fun streaming Super Bowl Sunday. Yeah, also shout out to Taylor Swift's boyfriend for winning the Super Bowl. Big ups. I low-key wanted him to lose just because of her, man. She annoys me for some reason. It's probably even just not her, it's her fans. So yeah. Anyways, congratulations to anybody who won the Super Bowl. And my condolences to the people that didn't. But it's scripted anyways, who cares? It's like wrestling.
Good evening, everyone. Phil here.
Like all the
Welcome
sports.
to the Daily Wrap for what was Sunday, February 11th, 2024, also known as Super Bowl Sunday this year in the United States. A variety day for me.
Super Bowl fun day.
I kind of knew today being Super Bowl Sunday that I would not get as much attendance, engagement, or support as a normal day. It pretty much was correct. Dead on from what I
so
saw.
we pre-ordered
but it was still a fun
the
day.
excuse.
So let's talk. On today's Level 1 podcast, I basically recapped everything that went right and everything that went wrong with yesterday's Super Bowl marathon, because there were some things that went pretty swimmingly fun and great, and other
What
things
went
such
wrong?
as a video corrupting and my Like a Dragon gameplay going way too long.
What?
That kind
A
of
video corrupted? Man,
threw
so many interesting things have happened within a day.
a monkey wrench into my plans. But overall, really enjoyed the event and told everyone all about it and where you could find each piece of content, because it was split up between the DSP Gaming channel and my DSP Reacts channel, dependent on, you know, what was where. So, after having a fun podcast recapping that, then we jumped into DSP versus the Internet, my weekly Clips React show on DSP
Oh, maybe we
React.
can check out something that happened during the React. Even though there's probably nothing interesting, but maybe I can give it a shot. I saw him again being jealous at some YouTubers for making money and going on one of those monologues that's about how what he does is not for money, but also it's a business, so it kind of is, but it's not, you know, it's not completely for money. It's also for fun and for passion, but then we sleep on the night streams when we're playing Yakuza. So I'm very confused.
An interesting combination of stuff this week, to say the least. Some stuff was interesting, fun, funny, and some stuff was just oddball, weird, and not very entertaining at all. It always seems to be a crazy mixed bag on that show. But for the most part, had a good time. You know, those who were there for it, because it was a smaller crowd this week, seemed to enjoy it. And overall, you know, went swimmingly. Tonight on the late stream was Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth. And this stream was a good one because, number one, I got to play with all the new job classes that I had unlocked during my Super...
All right, I'm just gonna summarize this real quick, so I get to skip it because I am so tired of these segments. He got to the point where he unlocked the Animal Crossing island, so him and his wife, you guys have unlocked his wife as a playable character, or at least an NPC. So she's gonna be showing up on the 14th, which is 2 days from now, so they can play video games and collect money, and then have a day off. That is it. That is all. And I'm going to skip through this whole thing.
The week, and this is exciting because, ladies and gentlemen, this week will be the first ever cooperative gameplay stream between myself and my wife, Kat. She will be here on Wednesday night. So
Except, it's actually not the first ever. The Halloween stream they did, where she was dressed up as a steampunk raccoon, was actually the first one they did cooperative gameplay, quote-unquote, because Kat didn't want to play, and they were only playing single-player games, just like the Yakuza game. It's also a single-player game. They're not both gonna play. She's gonna look at him, or maybe he's gonna be reading out tips and writing people's names on the leaderboard as she is walking around clumsily and asks him before every button press of the controller if that's the right thing to do or not.
let's talk about that, okay? So tomorrow, Monday the 12th, it's going to be Tekken 8.
Oh, and yesterday, by the way, I don't have the tweets, but some people clipped it and posted it on Twitter. He called her Momwife like twice. You know how he says in my wife? Yes, twice. And it's always like in relation to her cooking something. So if you're in doubt as to what purpose she serves in that household, is to be his mom, basically.
And I'm selecting a new character. And I've thought about the
To
character.
make him feel good, to cook for him, to clean for him, and to give him a symbol of his mature adult status. Basically like a trophy wife, but the trophy wife equivalent of that Tekken trophy he got from the mall. Basically that.
That I want to play. And I know this is going to sound crazy, but I'm going to try out Yoshimitsu.
Wow, that does sound crazy, because I'm going to skip it. I don't want to go too crazy. So what are these faces he's making here? What are the chances that right now he's talking about support? I'm going to unpause. Let's test my luck.
But I'm just trying to learn this character from the start. I guess we'll see how it goes.
Oh, he wasn't talking about support. The trolls lost, dude.
But
what about
it's
here?
really fun. So I'm looking forward to more of that excitement and exploration and chill times, because remember, when we play that game, tons of conversation, interaction between us, which is great. Tuesday, the 13th.
Hey, good morning, Ludwig Vaughn.
Return to the daytime stream as we continue on.
For me, it's already afternoon, dude. I already did all my work for today. I did everything. I've been super busy.
Act 2, remember, we're now in Char's Gauntlet area. I've been told it's super long and it might take upwards of 2 streams to finish, which is fine if it does. So I guess we'll be doing that during the day segment. And the late stream on Tuesday is Like a Dragon and
What about support?
Premiere of Dondoko Island co-op night.
Bro, you already said this like 3 times. God damn it.
Cat. And when I say co-op night, what I mean is she's going to be here. And she's already
Oh, okay. Okay, so now we get to talk about the format.
beaten Dondoko Island. She just beat it a couple days ago. So the goal is for us to work together to build our own island. We're going to make decisions on what buildings, what businesses, what decorations, what things to put there to set it up. Who actually plays it doesn't really matter. All you do is run around collecting resources and fighting some pirates and building like that.
Okay, so then it's not really co-op, is it? Because you can do the same thing with chat because you've done it before. So Cat is kind of obsolete, but she is a part of the gimmick, so we need her. And she also gets money.
That's literally it. So it's not like there's challenging gameplay. Either of us could easily...
It's literally like, dude, it's so fucking exploitative the way that this dude looks at his wife. It's always like, how can I use her to benefit me the most? And it's like, it's either her cooking for his stupid marathons, so he gets to brag about how much of a loving wife he's got, or she gets to be paraded around on stream every once in a while, just so he can get a couple of extra $100, maybe, if he's lucky. Because like this gimmick is gonna go out of steam very quick, because people have already kind of found out that Cat doesn't have much to offer in terms of entertainment or personality. So they're gonna do this like what? Probably twice, maximum 3 times, and then it's just gonna be it. That's gonna be where it ends.
Do that. I don't even think it really matters which one of us does. But more so the decision making on how it's gonna look and where to play stuff. Maybe.
Oh yeah, and that whole thing, man, that whole thing with the restraining order, it was just out of nowhere. It's like, who fucking, like, what were you thinking was gonna happen? God damn. Because that whole thing was, if you don't know, he was being interviewed by the side-scrollers, and in the end, when it was all said and done, he was about to actually clock out, and it was about to be over. What he says is like, oh, it's interesting how all these trolls found all my information, but they didn't find that my wife has a restraining order against her ex-boyfriend because he beat her. And I'm like, what? What? What does that have to do with anything? It was like one desperate last cry to make the trolls look like the villains after making himself look like the most fucking pathetic piece of shit loser for 5 hours.
What I'll do is I'll
like
do
incredible.
She can build if she wants. Like she could take the controller and
there was one last attempt to say, well, yeah, I'm a piece of shit, but my trolls.
set everything up a nice setup.
But look at my trolls.
And of course, we're going to be interacting with stream chat the whole time. So the difference between this and the previous streams that Kat was on last month, these are not just giant open Q&A streams where we're here to just answer your questions all night. Instead, we're going to be actually doing cooperative gameplay together, building Dondoko Island, leveling it up, getting it to higher star ratings, earning the in-game currency, which is going to help me with my regular playthrough of the game. But we will also be interactive with the audience, okay? Being that this is the first time she's ever been in a gameplay style video with me, this might be pretty interesting, and we might see a lot of people on Friday.
But that's not the first time she's been in a gameplay style video with you. Did we completely, like, actually retcon the entire Halloween stream as if it didn't happen? They played like 2 or 3 separate games on that event, and she didn't want to touch the controller. She was just sitting there looking at chat, which is exactly what she does nowadays when she shows up on a stream. So, how is this any different?
Wednesday night, or maybe not, because it is Like a Dragon, and I'll be honest, it doesn't really get many views or that big of an audience.
It will.
So maybe
it
won't.
will.
Maybe it'll just be a chill late night stream for her to join us, and we'll see how that goes. Okay. So however it goes, I'm still stoked. All right. I hope you guys will be here. That's Valentine's Day night. So that's Wednesday, February 14th on the late stream, 6:45 p.m. That's when we're doing our co-op. It's now set in stone, and I'm excited for it. Okay.
Epic. The Momwife has been unlocked. There you go. That's it. He's stoked.
So a great streaming day today. Now, overall,
Very slow support day.
Okay, but that's okay because it's Super Bowl. But he's going to be hoping for things to kind of even out and for people to compensate for it. Because for him, he might have a slow day and then say that's perfectly fine and it's super chill. But then a couple of days after that, he's going to bring up the slow day that he had that he said was super chill and perfectly okay. And now it's not going to be perfectly okay and it's not going to be chill at all. And matter of fact, he needs more money to compensate for the slow days. So what he's saying here is, you know.
But it's not a big deal. I was expecting that for Super Bowl Sunday, quite frankly. What I'm hoping is that tomorrow we get back into the major swing of things. I'm using a new character in Tekken. I hope you'll join me for that. Pal World always seems to be a chill night stream that does pretty good.
Oh my god, Pal World, bro.
So I do hope to see you all tomorrow. And I hope that you're all enjoying getting caught up on the stuff from the Super Bowl event. You know, having a DSP Tries It return for the first time in like 2-3 years.
Okay.
Over on DSP React.
Yeah, but Feasting with Phil is literally the same thing. He's acting like he's bringing back a beloved, critically acclaimed series that has like this production value and this very interesting format. No, bro. It's just you eating a candy bar and talking about it in excruciating detail as if you have something to say about it. It's not really a premiere show that people are looking forward to warrant this kind of hype.
As well as a food vlog on this channel, having various gameplay videos of my Super Bowl sim, which was really good. The Like a Dragon stuff, which was sadly stuck and corrupted, and I finally got it live this morning, so that's good that all the videos are live now.
I'm very confused by his corrupted videos and how that happens. I'm very confused. Because I've never had a video be corrupted by OBS or a stream be corrupted. I've had some other issues that are super minor, but I don't get it. And for me, this is a case of he's just a boomer. He doesn't truly understand what's happening to the video, but he's pretending like he does.
As well as some Tekken with King, you know, all that stuff. Good variety of stuff. I hope that you'll enjoy it, and I hope to see you tomorrow when we get back into the swing of the full-time gaming. Okay? Everyone, please have a safe, fun night, and I will see you all in the AM for more. All right? Good night. Peace out. See you later.
I love these clocking out segments because it's like the professor in a classroom, and you just had a boring as fuck lecture, and he's just sending you home. All right, it's over. You guys can go home now. You don't have to sit here. Then we got Yakuza gameplay, Tekken 8. I don't even know. I mean, this channel is such a fucking mess. I guess if you want to find something specific, you need to find it in a playlist. But what if I wanted to find... I don't even know, because he's played like 1 million games. 1 million games. And if I wanted to find a specific one, well, I guess I would have to look it up in the search bar, but it's just a fucking mess. How even do that? The views are poverty style views, as usual. But I wanted to check out his podcast from yesterday, and we're gonna skip around. I'm not gonna stick for the boring ass stuff, unless I get super distracted, but probably not gonna happen. So here he's going to recap the Super Bowl event. I think everybody is over that one at this point.
But Tekken's always been like that the different characters play completely different play styles.
Yes, this is instantly getting skipped. I just want to clip through the saltiness and the rage.
An hour and a half of Tekken 8 creating an NFL King and playing with King.
Don't care.
This show is done. We're going to swing over and do DSP versus the internet on DSP React, okay? It should be a good time, a nice chill afternoon. And here's the thing, like I said, the actual Super Bowl's today. It hasn't started yet, but it will start within a few hours. And I very well know that while the Super Bowl is going, likely I'm not going to get as much attendance and as much engagement or as much support. It's going to be a slower day. That's fine.
Oops, wow. Juicy.
Can't expect everyone to drop everything to always check out my content. So it kind of makes sense that we're doing the React show today as well.
Yeah, because it's usually super slow.
If not, well, we'll make do with the best that we've got with whoever does come by to hang out. Okay.
Yeah, all right, we got it. For some reason, he's got like a...
I have to look into it. If I have enough money...
He looks like his nose is super bloated and kind of a little bit red. He's got that alcoholic style nose going. But what is he talking about money for? What is he buying now?
We're going to have all these new jobs unlocked.
Oh, it's him getting a job in a video game. He's super excited about that, by the way.
He's going to lose his mind when the fat cat doesn't bring in the $10.
I think she will. Just like she did the first time. The novelty act of them playing games together, which is in huge air quotes, is gonna, you know, it's gonna go over well with the Dens. At least the first time, maybe the second time too. But eventually, when people just figure out that it's the same shit over and over again, and nothing interesting happens, and Kat doesn't say anything, and she's just kind of an NPC, they're just gonna be bored.
We'll make do with the best that we've got with whoever does come by and hang out. Okay? Tonight on the late stream, 6:45 p.m. what you need to do is level up these different jobs.
Okay.
Saturday, and then one night Pal World.
So the first 30, let's say 35 minutes, is it? Do we have even like a different segment here, or is just the podcast? No DSP news, no nothing else, not even a clown mode. Oh, this was a filler show
Of the stream with these fake memberships. So what was happening was these idiots were coming in and buying member bombs of 20 to 50 fake memberships, and when they dropped them on the chat, all of a sudden the chat would be flooded with these membership messages, and especially if they were using like a
Look at how he's trying to make this seem like a bad thing. All of a sudden, all these people were getting memberships, and they had the crown, and they could bypass the slow mode. That fucking sucks, guys, isn't it?
an insulting name.
Isn't it terrible?
It would just be spammed there for like 5 minutes. People were very upset because they're like, how am I supposed to use the chat? So I figured it out. When these people do them, not only I just ban on site, but also there's a thing that says remove. And if I remove the message, they just stop. And I didn't know that. I thought that it was individual to the person. And
oh my god. He figured out a way to reduce the trolling by 1%. Oh no, Phil is winning so hard.
They were like, no, actually, it actually stopped it for us too. Like, we were seeing a bunch of these stupid messages in the chat, and all of a sudden they just stopped. I was like, oh, this is good. So now I have a way to control these member bombs. Excellent. They come in and they're fake.
We control the bombs.
Stop that and then just continue on and ignore it. So
this is
see a fake member bomb today.
This is the real Call of Duty. This is the real modern warfare. World War III is happening right here on DSP Gaming.
Please just ignore it. All right. Don't pay attention to it. It's not real.
It is real though. It is real. You get a membership. What the fuck are you talking about?
It is what it is. You know these.
But it is what it is.
YouTube has to fix the problem. I can't. But just ignore the problem, and I'll take care of it quickly as soon as I see it. And it shouldn't affect the chat in a negative way for more than a couple seconds. Okay? Captain DCW, I just explained.
Bro, he's acting like that chat is a temple. Like it's an actual echo chamber, and he's gonna try and protect it from any kind of external presence or disturbance. This is, I mean, come on.
Part 17 of Like a Dragon had corrupted, but it's live now. It is live and it is in the playlist. It just wasn't there available overnight, but it's there now. So you can go watch it right now.
It uncorrupted itself. It deherniated itself. Yeah, I was trying to turn him up, but my YouTube enhancer just decided to not work and vanish. He's being a bitch. I don't even know what's happening here. Let me just open in a different style of a window. I just can't take this shit no more, man. No, it's...
And I'll take care of it.
Okay, I'll just manually
as soon as I see it. And it shouldn't affect the chat in a negative way for more than a couple seconds. Okay? Captain DCW, I just explained part 17 of Like a Dragon had corrupted, but it's live now. It is live and it is in the playlist. It just wasn't there available overnight, but it's there now. So you can go watch it right now if you would like. It went live like an hour ago, I believe. Yeah, basically what happened was the stream, that one video in the stream corrupted on me. And I couldn't get it out of the stream because the stream was so long, YouTube wouldn't let me edit it. And I couldn't download the stream as a file because it had to process for it. It was just a nightmare. But the video is now live. You can watch it, and it's in the playlist now. So, okay.
Yeah, no.
Cool.
We do
All
not
right.
care.
So
what is
let's
next?
get the shout out, shall we?
Oh, fucking shout outs. Jesus Christ.
Even though it was apparent you didn't know everything you were talking about, it was still entertaining. And I was
dude,
like,
he
right,
looks like,
you know.
oh my god. Some days he looks kind of all right, but on this day he was looking extra homeless.
Do sim commentary all day.
It's like legitimately like a dude that drank all night.
The Drake Deek pick and sent a few others to Oishi for personal use. He apparently working on getting cat pics now. Hacking scammer confirmed.
Look, I can't confirm this, and but I can tell you I haven't seen that picture. I have not seen it. And Sundar has definitely not shown it to me. and I definitely did not ask him for it.
But I'm glad that you guys enjoyed it.
That's all I'm allowed to say legally without putting my family at risk.
Okay. So that's on the YouTube side. Let's see here. Our first tip of the day is a $5 tip, an anonymous $5 tip. Someone says, "Can you eat pizza, please?" Can I eat pizza, please? You're asking me to eat pizza?
Bro, like, what kind of an answer is this? We just repeat the question like 5 times, like it's in Chinese. Yeah, you've had pizza on stream before.
Why would you like me to eat pizza? It's confusing.
Because you've had pizza and you like it and you're Italian.
I'm not going to eat pizza today, so I guess the answer is no. But I don't know what you're getting at that you want me to eat pizza.
He thinks it's a troll reference.
Pizza?
Oh, is it a troll? Did I do something with pizza? I need to start thinking about it. Did I do something with pizza that the trolls might think is a meme?
If you go check on DSP React, over the years, I did a series called Feasting with Phil, where I ate pizza a couple.
No, you did a series called Feasting with the King. You're not supposed to ask what the king means or what he's a king of. I guess a king of gaming. Which, by the way, when he was going through the whole like rebranding himself, which is a terrible rebrand, he started discussing what he can be a king of, and at some point he said, "Well, you can just call me the king of gaming." I'll try and find this. Pigpiggo.re. King of gaming. And it was so fucking funny, man. You could even see he's not even buying it himself. Be called the king of gaming. He's not even like a peasant of gaming. The plebeian of gaming. Oh, this is loading too much. Can't take this shit no more, man. Nothing works today.
He tries it, and I ate pizza every once in a while there.
Okay.
So, there you go. Yesterday, I ate pizza bombs, which is different from regular pizza. And that's live over there, too, if you want to check that out. Okay? Okay. I received a $2 tip. Do you have a favorite musical? Sorry for the weird question. Oh, man. Well, when I was growing up...
Oh, no. You know he's gonna go there. You know he's gonna go there.
I saw quite a few musicals, actually.
Oh, maybe actually today, instead of the Ex Mortis videos, I can check out the old DSP and Cat vlogs. Because I haven't watched those in a while. It's probably at least more than a year. And now we got a comparison to the new vlogs.
In person, I actually saw The Phantom of the Opera and A Christmas Carol, both of which were musicals I saw in New York City on Broadway. Okay?
Oh wow, that's a nice bald
later on in my life,
bald
I
spot
saw the
flash.
Lion King, the musical on Broadway.
This should be like censored.
Musicals I saw in New
Every
York
time
City
he
on
shows
Broadway.
us his hairline, it should be censored. Every time you get a shot like this, it should have a big black bar.
A little bit
Because this is nudity. This is not allowed on YouTube.
later on in my life, I saw The Lion King, the musical on Broadway. So I've seen a few. On TV or like in the movies, I saw a bunch. Like I saw West Side Story, really good. I remember that.
Because he's from the West Side.
Man, there was one other one as well, but now it's not coming to mind for some reason. Yeah, I can't remember it right now. And then when I was in high school, we did a series of musicals, and one of Grease. Definitely, I saw
Of course, Grease. Of course, he saw Grease. That's what inspired him to be greasy as fuck.
So I know that one. And
Oh my god, I want to be just like them. Mommy, put some baby oil in my hair.
when I was in high school, we did a series of musicals, and I was basically part of the crew and the chorus every time.
Of
so
course.
we did Guys and Dolls.
Guys and Dolls. Grease.
Is that it? I only did 2. I guess I only did 2. I thought I'd done more than those, but I think I just did those 2. Guys and Dolls and Grease. So there you go. So
Okay.
yeah, so those are the ones that I grew up with. Now, what's my favorite out of all of those? Man, that's tough. Like,
Oh,
every
bro, you
single-
could have just answered this with the
Cat
name of a
chews big
musical.
black bar every night.
Oh yeah, but that one isn't censored. That one is all X-rated style.
musical has something like special and fun about it.
The
that you
big
remember.
black bar. The triple B.
The fact.
Nope.
I should have been on Broadway. But
Yeah, you should have been.
yeah,
Like the guy opening the doors to the theater. That's where he should be.
Stuff. But I don't know. I don't know if I have a favorite. Those are just some of the ones that I've heard and watched over the years and enjoy. So. Cool. All right. So. I think that is what we've got so far. Yet, the podcast is young, meaning
Is
we
it?
still have a ways to go.
Oh, dude, hold. We're not even halfway through, and we're doing Q&A. We're 41 minutes into a 125, and we're just doing Q&A now. What the fuck is he gonna do for the another 45 minutes?
I'll say is let's open up the chat. Let's see if you guys want to chat about anything. Please tag me in the chat.
If this had ended here, it would be acceptable as like a throwaway podcast, like whatever the fuck. Let's just get to playing video games. But this is like, oh my god, it's more than half of it.
Q&A, and let's see what you guys have on your mind today. Grim Reaper's here this morning. Says, hey, I was the lion in the Wiz for my summer school play. Oh yeah, he's on down the road.
Nope.
The Wiz wasn't. I think I saw the Wiz like.
Nope.
The mini game wasn't really a mini game. It was a puzzle. And once you learned the proper music and played it, you'd get,
No.
I think it's the overworld theme. So it's like
No.
the puzzle and the materia falls out, right? I think that's how it works. But I don't know how it works in the new one.
I don't know either.
So I'm not gonna watch.
I don't even know what you're talking about,
Take a
Phil.
hit. Project CA. No, I have no recollection of where I ended playing Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door. You're talking about a game that I played in the early 2000s on GameCube.
Bro, this is the quality of questions you get during daily Q&A. Hey Phil, can you remember your progress in that super specific game you played in 2012?
Over 20 years ago, probably. Haven't been as good lately, but they all get spoiled now. If you haven't noticed, most of those commercials can be seen online before the Super Bowl. They spoil them all now. I don't know why.
Spoiled commercials.
Because it is some of the appeal of watching the game.
I mean, it's literally fucking commercials,
To have it
bro.
online early doesn't really make sense, but they're all doing it now.
Dude, I got spoiled on season 1 on the Costco commercial for the Super Bowl halftime show. What am I gonna do?
It starts at 3:30. You don't need to take the day off. 3:30 my time? No, that's 3:30 Eastern, right? So if it starts at 3:30 Eastern, it starts at 12:30 my time. So I would have to take the day off, right? Good morning, no superhero vibes. Oh, really? Grim Reaper says, I made it to Baldur's Gate. Cool. Good for you. No spoilers. I'm not even close there. I'm still in Act 2.
He's still, oh my god, he's been playing this game since like what, December? I don't even know. It's been that long.
Okay.
Okay, Phil, get asked the question, please. Find a question, please.
I received a $25 tip.
Oh, 1 minute, man, again.
For 1 minute, man. He says,
Yeah.
no mention of Baldur's Gate 3 today. Oh, just kidding. Pick up the temple map.
Yeah, shut the fuck up.
Baldur's
1
Gate
minute,
references
man.
are...
He is so annoying, bro. He was so much less annoying when he was just giving money and keeping his mouth shut. And now it's just the daily obnoxious message that is like, hey, Phil, I enjoyed this playthrough. Let me say something that relates to the playthrough. And it's like a chat GPT comment. Get out of here.
Tips or dialogue be saved until we're going to be playing it on Tuesday, okay?
It would be much funnier if Canadian Kirk was 1 minute man and he got to get away with everything just because he gives DSP a daily 25. That would have been funny as hell. But 1 minute man is just like a boring guy.
Thank you very much, 1 minute, man.
He's
For
not
your
much of a
every
character.
day, your daily support is greatly appreciated. Thank you. Oh, man. See what's funny is I got a full night's sleep last night. Like,
Really?
no exaggeration. I had a full night's sleep. I woke up this morning and I still feel tired. It's like yesterday sacked me.
Really?
Being here so much longer.
Bro.
No breaks, right? It just
No breaks? Hold on, partner. Hold on. There was an hour and 40-something minutes that he wasn't on stream. Out of the 9 hours, whatever the fuck he streamed. An hour and 40-something minutes. This guy straight up stinks. And now we're talking about no breaks. Like, Give me a fucking break. Give me a break. Yeah, I'm gonna pull it up in a second. Well, I can't find it.
It drained me. Even sleeping and waking up, I'm like, oh, it's gonna be one of those days. But hopefully, what I'm hoping is, starting tomorrow, I'll get back into a regular routine again, and then I won't be thrown off any longer. So,
Ah, there it is. Hold on. Credit to Secret Limited for this one, for this gorgeous graphic style. So we got. Look at this shit. Look at this shit. I'm gonna open this in a new tab. Look at this shit. 1 hour, 41 minutes, which is damn near 20% of the whole runtime. Is him just not being there? Is him just fucking around doing something else? So this is creating King's custom costume in Tekken 8, disappearing off stream, and miscellaneous such activities. You know the type of shit he does. Oh, this was 1 hour and 40 minutes, and he spent 48 minutes eating. And he played fucking the Like a Dragon game for 3.5 hours. The game that is the worst, the worst draw for his audience. The game that his audience cares about for the least. We playing it for 3.5 hours. Fantastic. And then the contribution numbers speak for themselves. You're not gonna see this here, but it's in the bottom. He got 205. 193 of the 205 was from 4 different people, 4 individuals. So yeah, Phil, you must be super tired, man.
Scarpetka says, my girlfriend got me an N64 for retro phone. What are your favorite games on N64? I mean, definitely Mario, and I would say
Skipping Simulator.
Of exhaustion. Listen, I liked the marathon yesterday, but I know that there's a group of viewers who didn't like it because they were upset. They wanted to see more variety, and the fact that I played.
Okay, now we're gonna rant at the people who didn't like it. The group of people.
3.5 hours actually legit upset some people who thought that was gonna be.
This was like a long ass snort plus swallow combo. What the hell we got going on here?
Videos were corrupting, and then knowing that. Honestly, listen, I liked the marathon yet.
Look at this. We got a snort. And those snorts where he just looks right dead at the camera while he is snorting are low-key kind of like disturbing.
That was going to be...
Because he's looking at you like dead in the eyes and he is swallowing his snot at the same time. He is tasting it. A salty experience in his mouth.
More of a variety marathon, and so I don't like disappointing people, and so in this case I know that some people were disappointed because they wanted something different or something more, and I didn't provide that for them, and that actually makes me feel a little bit sad. I want to make entertainment for you guys, and by the way, this is the first marathon since Christmas. It's going to be the only marathon until my birthday, so it was kind of an important one, and the ball was dropped as if like I had Butterfingers in the Super Bowl and I bumbled the pigskin. The ball was dropped a little bit. So
wait, so hold on. Is he taking an L? Is that what this segment is supposed to be? It's like, I'm sorry guys, my marathon was boring for some people.
There's physical exhaustion, there's mental exhaustion on top of everything.
And now it's like, woe is me. I got mental exhaustion and physical exhaustion.
What I like to do today is kind of regroup. Today's a less stressful day.
Oh, and now
hopefully kind of get back to my feet, and then hopefully by tomorrow.
Bro, you should have like the ultimate chill streams where you just sleep on stream. That's gonna be the chillest thing. You don't have to do anything. People are gonna watch you regardless, because maybe at some point somebody's gonna send you like a super chat and it's gonna get you to wake up or something.
Tomorrow, get back into the swing of the full-time gaming thing again. So.
Oh, and the snorts, man. Oh yeah, he's probably been drinking like crazy yesterday. That's why he slept so good.
Albert did a super chat.
And he looks like, he looks super crispy. Like, look at him.
I'm also not a fan of Mr. Beast chocolate bars, but I'll say 672 has a succulent chocolate balloon knot.
Oh my god, what?
That's pretty disgusting, actually. That's really revolting.
Yeah, but you're also the same guy who talks about people eating shit out of your ass.
And I don't know why you would say that.
And that you actually want them to do that. Because the whole thing about the I'm gonna mail you a spoon is not like people saying, oh, eat my ass, suck my balls, go fuck yourself. He is talking about it like he's into it. He's like, yeah, you're gonna come here, and I'm gonna fucking do that, and then you're gonna eat it, and then I'm gonna give you a spoon.
On my stream.
You know, he's talking about it like he actually wants to sexually harass people.
It's incredibly disturbing.
Yeah, it is kind of like fetish levels of detail. That's like when LTG goes into detail about having sex with some dude and like fucking him in the ass. It is like he goes into it in so much detail to the point where he's imagining it. It's almost like he's fantasizing about it.
Incredibly disturbing.
And it stops being an insult and it starts being just a fantasy.
I don't appreciate it. Thanks for the super chat. Okay. Okay. Felix the Maid says there's always the summer marathon or your birthday marathon where that can be better. Well, yeah, remember, birthday marathon will definitely be the next one. That week of my birthday. I don't know if it'll be exactly on my birthday because I actually don't know when my birthday is this year. I haven't looked. I mean, it's 2 months away. My birthday is a Saturday. Maybe we could actually do it on my birthday this year then. Probably.
What?
Right?
What? We're planning stuff for April? When was his birthday? On the 6th of April? Yeah.
No, but yeah, so we probably do then, and then after that, if you remember last year, I think the next one we did was in late May, and that was the Street Fighter event, the Fightin' Feast.
The Fightin' Feast.
Street Fighter 6 in early June. And I think the next one we did was the summer cooking.
It's all like all of his events is just like actual man-children stuff, actual man-child stuff. So he just had well, I'm not gonna say the Super Bowl event is man-child stuff, but if you don't care about the Super Bowl and you don't care about sports and you're just making an event because it's thematic, yeah, well, I mean, yeah, the whole the birthday event is so fucking man-child, it transcends man-child. We going into straight up like a toddler level with all the baby looking decorations and the balloons. It's wow. And he also celebrates it for an entire week because it's like birthday week. It's just like peak narcissism, man. This guy lives so far up his own ass. He's never gonna see sunshine.
Out event, and then we went into the fall event. So there is no Street Fighter event this year. You know, they're not. So we have to figure out what is it that we would want to do, maybe like in May-ish or June-ish as the next one. But
and I would say right now, the most fun event he has must be the Halloween event. Because at least he dresses up as something and he puts in like the 1% necessary effort. And sometimes he dresses up as something really stupid. Like the Bob Ross, like Colonel Sanders. Of course, he was cross-dressing, 1 year ago. Not in the previous, because the previous Halloween event didn't happen for the first time ever.
And we have a ways to figure out, what we want to do there. Tub says, I'm playing Death Stranding for the very first time. Does the game get hard? I feel like they're going to give you... I feel like the gun they give you wreck stuff. The game is a game where you traverse terrain and carry items. The combat is an afterthought. It's just in there so the entire game isn't carrying items. I'm not kidding. Like that.
No, it's there so you can defend yourself from the mules who want to steal your stuff.
Kojima 100% wanted to make that game just carrying items. And probably the people who he works with told him, you're out of your mind. No one will buy your game if it's just carrying items the whole
It still is carrying items the whole time, though.
game. So he's like, okay, I'll concede. Let's have some combat. But the combat sucks. No, the combat never gets better. The gameplay of that game is the weakest point.
I mean, the whole idea of the game is that whenever you kill somebody, you sever your connection to them as a human, as a person. So having a combat system that is enticing and makes you want to murder people is not what they were going for. It's kind of the opposite. Because anytime you murder somebody, you actually murder them, you need to incinerate them, or else a nuclear bomb goes off. So yeah, it's not exactly a game that would benefit from having a great combat system.
Incredibly tedious traversal with a bunch of shit on your back, trying to get over terrain where it's slow going and you get stuck. You're falling over things.
Yeah, that's the
really
point, dude.
Annoying. One of the best...
It's like playing Street Fighter and complaining that there's too much fighting.
Stories I've ever experienced in a video game. Completely unique plot, you know, blew my mind when I was playing it. But every time that you got to do one of these fucking deliveries, it's like, oh my god, why is this the gameplay? Like, what happened here? So, I don't know if in the sequel it's going to get better, but definitely prepare for it. For me, it was like 100% a dichotomy down the middle. Half the time, I was having a blast anytime that there was cool plot developments or things. And then the moment I had to do these deliveries, it was like, this sucks. You know?
I mean, it's obviously not a game for somebody like him, because it's an actual chill game, where you can decide which way you're gonna go. You get to build your own infrastructure. You get to help out other players by building stuff for them and also using their stuff. It's totally like the opposite of a game for dark side Phil.
What do I think of Helldivers 2? I think it looks like a fine co-op game. It's definitely not a game for someone solo. It's meant to be a two-player co-op game. So if you have someone who you like to team up with and do like co-op over the internet, it's kind of a buddy game, you know, deal. And it looks fine for that. But that's why I'm not interested in it.
He just makes up stories of what Dave said behind the scenes. Notice how the characters in his make-believe stories always agree with him?
Bro, it's literally always like that. He does it for everything. And he's done it in real life to one journalist that was interviewing him. And I think he asked DSP about the trolls or something like that. They were talking about the trolls. And then DSP paraphrased that on his own stream as the journalist basically said, oh, those people are all fucking mentally ill idiots. And then the journalist actually caught wind of that, and he called him out, and he said that he never actually said that. So he's not only putting words in people's mouths, he's putting thoughts in their brains. He gets to put words into his fans' mouths by saying, oh, I show up here to watch Phil and I enjoy his gameplay. I don't watch him for the drama. I watch him for the positive, chill vibes. That's just him, like, putting words into somebody else's mouth.
I usually play co-op games. I usually play solo or...
Oh, so his name was Patrick Klepek. You can go and look that up and see exactly what happened.
Competitive, but I don't do co-op stuff. So that's why I'm skipping it.
So what is he skipping Death Stranding 2? Is that what he was talking about?
But that's why I'm not interested in it, because I don't usually play co-op games. I usually...
Oh, no, hold on. I completely
What do I
missed
think of
that.
Helldivers 2?
Oh, Helldivers 2. It looks all right.
Stuff. So that's why I'm skipping it.
And he doesn't like co-op stuff, even though he just talked about how excited he is to play co-op stuff with his wife, by the way. They should have definitely played It Takes Two, because that game is just fun and it's super easy.
Okay.
They could have actually put out some quality content for once, or at least attempt to.
Spiritual successor to Metal Gear. IGN had a...
Yeah, that is also true. When he says people told me or people said in the chat, he's just putting words into people's mouths, and he's cherry picking which people said that. Because sometimes people look in his chat to see who said what, and he would make it seem like people were saying something nonstop, but it's just one guy, or it's just two people, and everybody else is saying the opposite.
About it recently. Well, if that's the case, it's going to play way different than Death Stranding 1. It must, because that game's nothing like Metal Gear. No, sir.
Burnell?
Like I said, definitely one of the most unique games I've ever played. Sadly, just not one of the most fun when it comes to the gameplay. The gameplay was just not that good.
Why not? Because you're not creative enough.
I really feel like Kojima should just be able to direct like a TV show or something. I think
He probably will at some point.
Now in this on-demand digital age, he could.
Well, isn't he doing that whole thing that is like half movie, half game?
Halloween stream will ever dress up as his true love, 6-star Hulk Hogan brother?
I don't think so. I don't think so, brother. I do remember when Tevin did, because when DSP was cross-dressing for Halloween, Tevin has dressed up as the Hulkamaniac brother.
do like a 13-episode.
It was very fun.
That'd be like amazing. I don't know why he doesn't do that and why he keeps making games, because I think he's better as
Because
a
he can.
game developer, honestly.
Because he can. That's the best reason why people do stuff in life, is because they want to and because they can. And DSP can't really afford to do anything, so he's just salty at the world and all the people that can afford to do stuff because they have the money, because they have the talent, because they have the means to do it.
No Sleep Real Life says, only games I'm looking forward to for the rest of this year so far are Rise of the Ronin and Black Myth Wukong. Both look good to me, for sure. Both look like interesting games. Rise of the Ronin being kind of a hybrid, right? It kind of reminds me of...
What is it gonna be? Neo and what? And what? A hybrid of what? What would DSP say? Rise of the Ronin is Neo and, I don't know, Ghosts of Tsushima or something.
Ghost of Tsushima, but maybe a little bit more, I don't know, a little bit more crazy combat, but then it has stealth too, so it's kind of hard to read.
It's just like Ghost of Tsushima because it's in Japan, and you play as a Japanese person with a sword.
It's probably going to be really good. Black Myth Wukong looks like it's going to be wild. A wild, great graphical experience.
Look at all the fucking basic. You would say like this, if Ellen DeGeneres was switched with Philip Degenerate, and Ellen was actually running the show, she would have the exact same fucking takes on gaming. Hey, this game looks like another game that looks like this. Graphics good, so I like.
You know, the whole journey,
nice.
plot line. Has
You can even smell it.
Properly adapted to a video game? No, right? Not to say this is going to be any kind of an accurate...
And this dude has played like hundreds more games than I have, and has been, well, he's not really in the industry, but is like, I guess he's been around longer than I have, and he got the same opinions you can see from like a 12-year-old that just started a YouTube channel.
I'm sure they're doing their own twist on it, but I think that'd be pretty neat. It's something different that hasn't been done yet.
Okay.
Why does their combat look better than Stellar Blade? Probably because it probably is.
Probably because it doesn't have hot chicks in it.
You know, they don't have a...
Oh, I think he went on a rant about sexuality in video games and shit. It's just another one of those.
Over-sexualized...
There we go.
...protagonist. So because of that, Stellar Blade will sell 5 times more. Again, I just keep saying this, like, I don't care what you say about Stellar Blade, but you can't deny the fact that the game devs have outright been saying recently the only reason our protagonist looks like that is because we wanted to have sex appeal. So
okay. Okay? What's wrong with that?
you're just selling your game based on the protagonist's looks. Would your game have...
But no, that's not what they're saying. Because having the character be sexy doesn't mean that the whole game revolves around the character being sexy and it's a selling point.
Actually done good.
Because you see how he connected both things that are not connected, and he's using them as a singular point. Oh, so he's trying to make it seem like the devs are intentionally telling you, buy the game because it's sexy.
Good without that? I don't know. Nier, I feel like Nier Automata, although yes, it has...
This fucking alcohol brain, man. It's so... Oh, it's just so fucking stupid.
That element would have done well even without it, because it has such a ridiculously outstanding story and unique gameplay elements, right? So, it's standing on its own merits. While Stellar Blade, they literally are admitting, yes, we're doing this on purpose to get extra people to buy the game. That's the only reason the protagonist is like that.
Really?
Like, oh, okay.
Yeah. Oh, it makes me want to be super petty and actually find the article he's talking about and nitpick literally everything you just said. But I'm not that invested in the fucking game. And it's also really actually not a big deal.
Favorite color Gatorade? Oh, I don't know. I haven't had Gatorade in ages. Probably like lemon lime or maybe fruit punch. But I haven't had Gatorade in so long. I don't
There
even
you
know if
go.
I'm interested in both. So you're deaf.
Wait, what? Who are we name calling
Salami
again?
says, I don't see any sex appeal about Stellar Blade. It's just a female. So obviously you're deaf. Because literally the game devs have said, yes,
Oh
we
my
purposefully
God.
based this character off of an actual existing Korean model. She looks just like her. Yes, we actually modeled her butt to look a certain way to attract males. Yes, we actually have put physics in similar to Dead or Alive. Yes, they are talking about this actively.
Okay,
and all on
motherfucker.
purpose.
Okay, now I'm
So,
gonna be fucking petty.
You must be blind.
Okay, let's see how blind we are. If he's right, he's right. But if he's wrong, we're getting up that spoon. So, let's see what we got here. Article is by Gamerant, super high quality outlet for Game Journal slop. Stellar Blade developers paid special attention to Eve's backside. The developer reveals that special focus was placed on one of the protagonist's physical attributes, the booty, because, well, you get to see it 99% of the time because it's a third-person action game. There you go. And it's not because people are going to buy the game so they can fucking jerk their cocks off to it. But anyways. Yeah, I mean, this is literally what it says. The game's developers paid special attention to the design of protagonist Eve, focusing on her backside due to the player's perspective during gameplay. Well, literally. It aims to appeal to players through both style and substance. Literally the opposite. The opposite of what DSP said. So what he said was that they wanted to appeal with style alone. They wanted people to buy the game just because Steve has a nice-ass booty. But, well, no. Style and substance, offering customization options in a mature sci-fi narrative centered on humanity's future. Super deep stuff, dude. Then we got... Yeah, well, literally, dude, it never says anything about sexy in this. Never. All it says is this Hyung Tae Kim, the game director of Stellar Blade. He says, when it comes to the design, we put special attention on the back of the character because the player is always facing the back of the character when they're playing. Nothing to do with sexy. And I mean, it's a sexy ass, you can't deny, because it's based on an actual supermodel, Korean super lady, so obviously. But, and here we got an AI generated shitty ass fucking filler thing for SEO purposes. So the actual content of this article is just one paragraph. Shout out to game journalism. I love it. So this is it. Yeah. Literally. Literally. Has nothing to do with sex, Phil. You fucking incel.
You don't understand what they were doing there. Seriously. Happy Sunday, Derek. He said he had a great Chinese New Year party. He got a red pocket with some good amount of money. Food was great. Sounds excellent. Congrats.
Excellent
Congrats,
style.
And I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Okay.
But reacting? You mean like because of 0 or 4 would ever go back and play those games I missed?
No. No.
No, Tubs, I'm probably going to skip the Peach game that's also coming out that day first. I'm glad you enjoyed the Super Bowl Sims, Derek.
Epic. Epic moment. Bro, you see, he's so miserable sitting here trying to... And he's not even trying. He has to do it because he convinced himself, oh yeah, well, I gotta sit here for 40 minutes and read these fucking idiots' messages and I gotta try and figure out a response. And it's like, you can see he's just so fucking bored. Look at the look on his face. Look at him. And he knows it's a bunch of Dereks, a bunch of Jades, a bunch of Kagomes, a bunch of Kirks. All those guys in his chat just asking him, hey, Phil, are you gonna play Super Mario on the N64 again for the 6th time?
No, I know, Kagome. I'm not gonna play Super Mario. I played it like 6 times already.
Oh, it's so miserable. But he convinced himself that he gotta do it instead of just playing the game. So he's being his own biggest detractor yet again. Because he doesn't have to do it. Nobody's fucking asking for this Q&A.
Do we have leftovers from yesterday? Yeah, we still have a few pizza bombs and a ton of that dip. Like, I only ate a small bowl of it and didn't even finish it. We have a ton of that dip left, so we'll probably be snacking on that over the week for sure. John just did a super chat. Says, I'm going to be busy over the weekend. Not surprising with the Super Bowl today. Should be back tomorrow. Hope your weekend goes good. Thank you, John. Appreciate that, and thank you for the support this morning. I definitely appreciate that.
Okay. It's going to be really interesting what's going to happen if today is slow.
Incident and harbors people like Derich. Wants to lecture people about Stellar Blade. Sound good?
Yeah, well, I mean, he's also the guy who is bankrupt and wants to lecture people on business and how to do proper business. He's also a guy who runs a business on YouTube and claims that he is not doing it for the money, even though he's running a business. in a business main point is to produce product and get money, not have fun. I don't think if you look up the definition of a business, they're going to bring up something about having fun or being chill or being passionate. Not really what a business is about.
Cool. Have I ever been to a flea market?
Have you?
No, I don't think so. I don't think I've ever been to a flea market.
Yeah, that's where the poor people go.
You know, I've been to different various markets. I've been to farmers markets.
Have you ever
I've been
punched
to
a flea?
Place market where various things are sold, but I don't think I've ever officially been to like something categorized as a flea market.
He's never officially been to a flea market, just unofficially, off the record.
No.
Yeah.
No, I did not collect all the Sonic emblems in Sonic Adventure 2. I'm not one of those collect-a-thon kind of people.
Oh my god, he is so swollen, man. I can't unsee how swollen he is on this specific stream.
There's a flea market in Montgomery, in Canada.
And he looks super sleepy and super bored, but this is supposed to be chill.
Who wants to buy fleas anyway? Exactly. Take those fleas away. They're not in demand. Who would market their fleas?
Yeah, it might have been from the Mr. Beast chocolate, because it was too sweet. What, did Jade say something?
Do I think Dreamcast or Sega Saturn are consoles?
Oh my god.
Modern day.
Do you think this comment can be adapted to a shotgun?
Do I give Jasper a flea treatment even though he doesn't go outside? We have done it time to time. We don't do it that regularly because he doesn't go outside. He doesn't have exposure to fleas, but every time to time we did do it.
He is so tired of this shit, but there's, oh my god, there's 23 more minutes for him to fill with this shit, and he's already done, man. You can see it on his face. For the last 15 minutes, it's been just boredom.
Snacks like Takis or Doritos because I don't eat snacks like that.
Oh yeah, he's eating healthy. That's why he looks like he's half dead.
Don't.
But if he wasn't looking healthy, if he wasn't eating healthy, he would look like he's completely dead, not just half dead.
Like I said, if I do have a snack, it's usually with something more healthy, like popcorners, or
super healthy, organic
like
popcorners
or something like that. Like I don't usually eat unhealthy snacks, like fried chips and stuff like that. I wouldn't really eat those.
Of course you wouldn't. But Cat would. We give him to Cat.
CEO of Shift Up is known for making super sexualized characters.
Oh my god, we're back on this. We're back on the sexy, everybody. Pull out your cacks.
So Anso Kamaru to me $1.50 says the CEO of Shift Up is known for making super sexualized characters like the ones you're talking about. His games have fantastic
Super sexualized characters, man. Like the absolute state of a DSP stream. We're calling that super sexualized when it's just an attractive woman. That's all it is. She's not a fucking BDSM fetishist. She's not a dominatrix. She's not completely naked. She's just sexy. She's just conventionally attractive woman that is based on an actual supermodel that is also very attractive.
Having that kind
Nothing crazy about that. Nothing.
of a character. He's unapologetic to his style. He has a massive following for over a decade. There isn't anything wrong with it, by the way. There are people who are, here we go again. There are people in married and healthy relationships who love those.
Oh, there we go. There we go. Now the axe strike back. The Anzo Kamaru, he must be a fan of those kind of games. And he felt offended because Phil basically called him an incel.
Liking it doesn't make you a lonely nerd loser like you say it does, and not liking it is okay too. I didn't see the appeal of it. I want the game to be good on its own merits, not because they put in a cheap sexualized character. And literally when the game developer is coming out saying, yeah, we did it on purpose to appeal to that audience.
They didn't say that.
Sad.
They actually didn't say that.
You know, I really do feel that way.
They didn't say that,
It's the
Phil.
same thing with Bayonetta. It was the same deal.
Phil, they didn't say that.
Why did the character have to look like that?
They did not
What did
say
it have
that,
to do
Phil.
with the game? Like literally nothing, right? It didn't add anything. It just was fan service for a certain kind of gamer who then went and bought it for eye candy.
And I have the right to criticize it, and you have the right to like it. And everyone, you know, to each their own. Correct?
Really?
But also,
Oh, I thought the people that sometimes like things that Phil doesn't like are dunces and morons and idiots. But now everybody is allowed to disagree when he is wrong. Notice this, when he's wrong, he's a fallible human and you're allowed to disagree. It's perfectly fine. He allows you to disagree. What a virtuous man.
I decide to skip Stellar Blade, you should respect my decision. It's not crap on me and be like, "Oh, how dare he skip this game?"
Now you're putting words in their mouth because they didn't say that.
You know, it's because, hey, some things don't appeal to certain people. Some things appeal to certain people. You know what I'm saying? Excuse me. Would I say the same for Nier? Now, here's the thing. I already said that. Nier does have that kind of appeal, but at the same time, Nier has one of the best stories ever written in video games. That's one of the most unique fourth wall breaking elements I've ever seen. And remember, my original run, I didn't know that.
The game is perfect on its own merits. .wth.
Well, I don't know about perfect. I haven't seen much of it. I just saw it on the, what was it, the PlayStation State of Play thing that I watched on stream. And it looked fine. Sexy girl, hack and slash style. But it's all right.
When Nier Automata first came out, all I did was the side A run. And when I beat it, I was like, it was all right. And that was it. And then you guys convinced me later on to go back and play through the other playthroughs and see the other scenarios. And when I did, I was like, wow, this is like super good. But you have to get to that level. I really feel these game developers, what they need to understand is you don't have to do what they're doing to be popular. Like, I think Nier Automata would have been fine without that. Didn't need to have that level of exposure. Let's put it that way, right? The game would have done fine without it. Yeah, maybe you sold a few extra 1,000 units from people who just
like what
they're looking for in a game, but for the most part,
what?
I think that game on its own merits was outstanding.
What is own merits? The characters are attractive. That's all. That's all. They don't fucking pop their pussies out. They don't twerk on the NPC's dick. They just exist and are attractive. That's it. That's it, Phil. That is it. That's all they do.
Didn't need it.
They're not even a sex scene in any of those games.
And it
God damn it.
Cheapens the experience a little bit to say, man, it's a little sad that they had to put that in there, but at least the game's great.
Maybe you're just taking it too seriously because you're very insecure about your own sexuality and your ability to perform with your wife, or your lack of desire to do so, or many other reasons. But seems to me like that's a you problem, Phil.
Right? But again, everyone tries to appeal to different people. They try to appeal to, you know, different walks of life, different things. I get it. Every game can't be exactly the same. If they were, then they would be boring, right? You gotta have... It's kind of like this. I love the Like a Dragon / Yakuza series. But every time I play one, there's cringy shit in there that I have to put up with because that's how the Japanese culture kind of is. It's part of their culture. You have to accept it, right? Humanity, it has these things that some people like, some people don't. You know, some people don't.
This is like the most nothing monologue I've ever heard. Like, it's the most, like, generic yapping that exists. This dude is a yapaholic.
It's fine. Everyone, different strokes for different folks, as they say.
Oh, yeah, we seen your strokes. Both of them. And, nah, miss me.
You know, if you play Yakuza and you want to do the hostess club shit, then do it. And if not, you don't have to either. But the problem is, so many people are so polarized, right? I don't care if you like that content in a game. Go enjoy it. It's not for me to criticize.
No, you do
I
care.
wonder what he will say when Fable comes out.
Oh, yeah, that was the one where they made the girl ugly. And she's, like, very ugly. Well, not very ugly, but she's very plain looking.
Go for
to
it.
the point where you start thinking about it, hey, this kind of seems like it's on purpose. Like they made her ugly on purpose. It's on purpose.
But if you ask me the question, I'm going to answer honestly, and I'm going to tell you why I don't like it.
Yeah, but that's the thing with him. He just wrote off the entire Stellar Blade game because it has a sexy character. That is literally the reason. And now we're talking about it as if he judges the game based on all these other things, while he's just simply not playing it because character is sexy.
Okay? But if more people would just learn to respect others' takes and opinions, rather than being...
What if they're stupid? What if they're just straight up wrong? I don't think everybody's opinion should be respected because some opinions are fucking stupid and they're just objectively wrong. And DSP has gotten away with people respecting his opinions for a very, very long time, to the point where he thinks all of his opinions are factually fucking based. That's a quote. And you should listen to him and put up with him and eat it. That's what he says. And that's all because he got away with this shit for so fucking long.
Well, you're not in agreement with me, so you must be wrong, and let's make fun of you now. Why? Why is everyone kind of like that?
Well, because you're wrong.
I just...
Not only are you wrong, you're just stupid. And you convinced yourself that not only are you smart, but you're very correct as well. And that's when it's very fun to make fun of people.
I know, Cat is an amazing kick, and the pizza bombs were super good.
So somebody called Cat an amazing cook, and he agreed with it, even though that person has never tasted anything that Cat would make.
Oh, don't worry. You know, Cat knows how good of a cook she is.
She does.
She knows how much I appreciate what she puts into when I do a special event or a marathon. And even outside of that, I mean, every day, today she's going to make the curry again.
Okay.
Spelled SNORTWAVE on a QR code, Moran.
Oh, yeah. Thanks. I fixed it, dude. Thank you. I fixed it. Speaking of which, you can scan it and go check out SNORTWAVE Records on streaming and look at all the fun stuff. Yeah, as I was going to say, pretty sure at this point, Kat has no job and she just exists there to cook and clean and play video games. Because I don't know when the last time was when I heard him talk about her coming back from work or her having to wake up early to go to work or her even being at work at all.
Oh, this curry she's been making for like a month now, once a week.
So, job not found.
She knows. You don't have to worry about what...
Oh, yeah, or the schedule conflict. That is right. Because in the past, sometimes you had to take the day off on Wednesday, sometimes on Thursday, and they were planning to do stuff, and it was all about their conflict. Yeah, I don't think that job exists anymore.
A bunch of, you know, idiots in a stream chat say, you know, just because they're fucking, you know, pathetic people who just have to crap on everything positive in life around them, you know, to make themselves feel better.
Why did you bring that up, though? Why did you bring people being toxic towards your wife? Why? Why are we doing that? To make yourself look like a victim?
Kathleen, I have no idea what you're talking about. Have I been to a Nugget Kazian? What the hell are you talking about?
What?
You repeated it like 10 times in the chat. I don't get it. I don't know.
Call him a dunce.
Do I think Metroid Prime 4 will ever come out? I would hope so, but man, it sure has been in development for a long time. Opinions on McDonald's adult meals comes with a nugget toy. What? What is a McDonald's adult meal? He spelled it McDonald's.
Yeah, you know exactly what it is, bro.
I don't even know. I don't know what you're talking about.
What? Oh, he's dedicating himself to the bit, I guess, to not understanding what the fuck McDonald's is when it's misspelled.
Tub says maybe one of your next marathons can be a fighting game marathon.
Oh my god, like legitimately. He just pretends he doesn't know and then moves on.
Against reality it lacks.
Yeah, when you check his opinions up against the fucking article that I just pulled up, I'm seeing for the first time because I don't care about that game, but I want it to be extra petty. And I proved to him that that's exactly not what happened in reality.
Where you react to
but he convinced himself that they're marketing that whole game around the character being sexy. For some, it's like they're marketing to some kind of gooner audience. Like all the Dereks out there are going to buy the game instead of just jerking off on other actual sex games.
Matches, play different games, food from Street Fighter Cookbook, etc. Maybe, but I don't know. The feedback I'm getting is that people are burnt out on fighting games, which is crazy to me because I don't even feel like I play that many of them.
The rocking is crazy.
This time I wasn't. And then when Street Fighter 6
like, look at this rocking. What the hell? It's like he's on a boat. He's on a ship. He's on a cruise.
And now I've got Tekken in the mix.
Look at this, man. This dude is like actually out of his mind.
When I'm asking why are people
completely lost the plot.
Because if you look at the videos, they're not getting that many views. And if you look at the stream,
I thought you didn't care about the views.
Not the same amount of attention that Street Fighter 6 had.
I thought you don't care about the attention.
Sadly, that people are burnt out on fighting games. I'm like, wow. I didn't even play them for a year, right? Not even. So I don't know. I would love to maybe do a fighting game event like that. I don't know if anyone would care about it, though, honestly.
So no more fighting games. Hopefully. I don't like seeing him.
Yes, that is correct. So later today, well, I should say later tonight, the first thing I'm going to do is post up the next threads on DSP React. So people
The first thing I'm gonna do is skip through this
hours
bullshit.
straight in order to get support. It goes takes a break while the other person covers for them for some hours. And you know what I'm saying?
Wait, what are we talking about? We're thinking of ways to exploit Cat again. Is that so?
It'll be bad for your body. Don, that's incredibly unhealthy. No, I'm never going to do a 24-hour marathon. That's incredibly unhealthy for anyone of any age range and any...
Literally? You're gonna die? You're gonna die if you have a 24-hour marathon?
You should not be sitting sedentary for 24 hours streaming. It's incredibly bad for your body.
What's gonna happen? If you do it once, nothing's gonna happen to you. You're gonna be tired for like a day, and then you're gonna sleep it off, and you're gonna be back to normal. He's acting like it's gonna permanently hurt him.
And you know, your well-being. Now... if, for example, let's say someone's doing like a special event, like a charity event or a very important fundraiser, and you wanted to do it 24 hours straight in order to get support, you know, I don't see the problem with doing that as long as you have people to tag in and out with. Like,
Really?
so you do 5 hours yourself, then someone comes, there's co-op for a few hours, then one person goes, takes a break while the other person covers for them for some hours. And you know what I'm saying? If you have 2-3 people as a team tagging in and out so people get proper rest and aren't just sitting sedentary for all that time, that makes perfect sense to me. But anyone out there doing a 24-hour sedentary marathon...
Sedentary marathon.
...incredibly dumb and unhealthy for themselves.
And they're doing something incredibly dumb and unhealthy, and then you get the smug-ass face. Look at this shit.
Science proves it.
Science proves it that it's bad to sit on your fucking desk for 24 hours straight. No shit. They're not doing it because it's fucking healthy. It's supposed to be a special event. You're supposed to take one for the team. And not be like DSP, where the whole special event is something that he does to make himself feel comfortable and chill.
You know, medical...
So he gets to eat food because he wants to eat food. Nobody wants to fucking look at him eat food. He gets to pick the games he wants to play because he wants to play them.
Doctors will tell you, what are you doing sitting there somewhere for 24 hours? You're killing your body.
Yes, you're gonna die.
Right?
You're immediately gonna die. Is the same doctor that his mama had a checkup with, and he told her, yeah, you might die any day now. You know, don't get panicked or anything, but you might die at any point. You might be walking out of my cabinet and you're just gonna fall off and die. I don't know. It might happen 20 years from now. You might just die anytime. That's what his mama's doctor told her. And that was his excuse to go back to Connecticut.
Oh my god, my parents are dying, man. The doctor said my mama can die any day now.
So she has make homemade fried chicken. No,
We're
my
gonna
wife
talk
doesn't
about
make
his
chicken. She
wife's
doesn't like
cooking again.
The idea of frying chicken at home because it's too greasy and
Really?
unhealthy. So she,
Bruh. I don't think she cares about what is healthy and what isn't. Let's be honest here. We're all making factual observations. All of us. We are making it.
she has breading. You get this breading mix, and she adds seasonings and things to it, and she breads the chicken and cooks it in the oven, and we eat it like that. The chicken thighs, and they're really good, and much better for you than fried chicken.
Oh, it's much better.
No, I'm not a big spicy hot sauce guy at all.
This dude, oh my god, this whole, oh, it's so just like not believable to see this guy talk about what is healthy for you and act like it's a priority in his life to eat food that is healthy.
Absolutely not.
Get him out of here, man. What else do we have?
When he napped and slept. That's just another bizarre thing that people are on stream sleeping and people watch them.
Yes. And you pretend like you're not sleeping when you're playing the Yakuza game and then you fall asleep. Yes. How is that any different? At least those people own up to it. They just lay down and sleep.
Weren't people doing that a lot on Twitch and then Twitch banned it? Like said you can't do that anymore. I guess because it was unhealthy and they were like that you shouldn't be doing that, so then they don't allow it anymore.
Oh, yes. They banned it because it's unhealthy.
Not that it ever
because Twitch is the premier platform that cares about people's health.
Be a concern for me because I would never do it. Domino's or Papa John's? I would definitely eat Papa John's over Domino's. Domino's is not very good anymore. Even their New York style pizza, which tries to simulate East Coast Italian pizza, is just a joke. It's too greasy and is very salty.
Oh, and again, health side fill
Papa John.
from a guy who looks like he's an actual like piece of fried chicken away from having a heart attack.
And we unlocked all the job classes.
He looks like a movie Bob Slim. He looks like a Cooking with Jack light.
Except for, I think, we did not get tennis player. And I think there's another one too, another female one. Like,
okay, I'm done with this one. Let's go and check out the Ex Mortis Beggar's Journey Part 18. I don't even remember how far we're supposed to be in this story. There's literally 18 parts to this thing. So I don't know if we're in 2020, if we're in 2018.
There is a part in the react where he basically calls a guy talking diet and weight a lying over talking phony. Def need to see that. It feels like he's unknowingly speaking about cat.
This is interesting. So there's a part in the react where he basically calls a guy talking diet and weight a liar. Over talking phony. I don't know where I can find this. Maybe when the clip comes out. Like, fuck it. I'll check it out next time. Well, let's dive in to the Beggar Journey. Part 18.
Everybody, and welcome back to a series that might eventually be the death of me. We have made it to part 18 of A Beggar's Journey. If you had told me when I started this that this documentary was going to be this long, I would have thought that you was crazier than my addiction to fat ass Latinas, but here we are. And not only that, but we are also on the road to 20K.
Yeah, I also used to have that addiction, but I overcome it, dude. Now I just casually indulge in fat ass Latinas.
So as always, I want to thank every single one of you for allowing me to come this far with this documentary. This has been quite a crazy road we've been going down, filled with scamming, lying, empty promises, addiction, bankruptcy, but that's to be expected, and a whole lot of begging. But there's still plenty to talk about, and much more of the story to cover. So without wasting any more of your time, let's dive right back into the lore of Dark Side Phil. So on December 18, 2020, DSP was informed that an ex-sponsor of his streams, OPCs, had officially gone out of business.
And I'm just giving this up to OPC.
All right, so we're
OPC. That's the gaming chair company that fucked.
Oh, there we go. The chair company, man. I forgot about that. OPC.
Over 3 years ago, gave me a sponsorship that took it away after I advertised their company because they're shitheads. So fuck them. They went out of business because they used
and they cucked him.
Tariffs raising the price of Chinese goods. They completely went out of business, and that's karma for fucking me over.
If you don't remember who OPCs was, they were a company that sold gaming chairs made from cheap ass parts from China.
It was basically just like a drop shipping company. They just pretended they're a company, but they would buy this shit from like AliExpress and shit.
And resold them for prices that weren't exactly worth the quality they were supplying.
Trash.
So you can get the idea that the people behind this company weren't exactly those who put the consumer's trust before the product.
Also, for the love of God, don't buy gaming chairs. Just buy a comfortable office chair for the equivalent price. Just do yourself a favor. This shit is just a gimmick.
And having expert level marketing.
They're not comfortable, and the materials they're made out of are trash unless you buy like the highest end gaming chair.
These dumbasses.
And I promise you, you're gonna be gaming just as good on a very comfortable office chair.
It'll be a great idea to have one of his first sponsorship opportunities be thrown the dark side field. Because who better to represent your shady company than one of the biggest bullshitters on the internet? Now, despite lacking any form of integrity and foresight when choosing business partners, they at least had enough sense to cut off all ties with DSP as soon as they were told by a good majority of people about the kind of guy Phil really is. And like I said in previous episodes, it really doesn't take a lot of research to come to that kind of conclusion. So after being informed by OPCs themselves that their short-lived partnership was officially over, Phil does the one thing Phil does best and blames it all on his detractors.
As usual, most of the negative shit that ends up going
Hold on, I wanna read through those tweets because it's like some classic DSP-isms in there.
It's officially over. Phil does the one thing Phil does best.
Yeah, here it is. People ask me all the time why I cannot get sponsorship like other online gamers. This is why. I'm stalked by obsessed, mentally ill people, and many gaming peripheral companies are just too unprofessional to actually do research before they react to 5+ years of slander. So just like, if you want to engage in a business relationship with this dude, you need to study him like he's the fucking Bible. Even though he's not worth it and he's not a good earner and he's not a draw for like potential customers. But you need to put in all this effort just to do business with him.
And blames,
hey, OP Seed, you've made me look bad and pandered to trolls without doing a lick of research. That's the definition of unprofessionalism. And now I have to clear up the story. Thanks to your actions. I'd appreciate an apology.
it all on his.
And oh, dude, hold on. I'm gonna find this original video because the thumbnail is so good. So the video is called "How Trolls Cost Me a Sponsorship." So we got DSP, "How Trolls Cost Me," and yes, this is it. This is the original thumbnail. Look at this: panic mode, hands on his head, slick back hair, and looking at chat. Amazing, amazing. I almost want to watch it, but this is a long video, so let's make some progress.
Detractors.
As usual, most of the negative shit that ends up
Do a bunch
going
of
on.
research so he can snort through an ad read to 200 Derricks.
Pretty much.
Sound good?
And have nobody really buy the product because they're not really interested in it.
These days in particular has nothing to do with me at all. Okay. So let's talk, because I want to tell you the full story of how I basically obtained sponsorship via the positivity of my recent streams on Twitch. People seeing me on Twitch.
What a gimmick thing to say. What a fucking meme. I obtained the sponsorship thanks to the positivity of my recent streams. What the fuck is that, man? What?
Having a good audience, and
We had so many positive streams. I unlocked the
I do
sponsorship.
what I do and say, man, we'd like Phil to maybe sponsor our product, offering it to me. And then all of a sudden, because of the actions of trolls, who, number one, I have no control over, and number two, constantly slander me and make shit up, the sponsorship is now gone. Okay?
So
And I love this this phrase. The sponsorship is now gone. I love it. It's one of my favorite DSP phrases of all time. It's just so funny for some reason.
now that the company had fallen under, DSP was more than ecstatic to revel in the satisfaction of having the company who fucked them over, in his words, bite the dust.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, you might be wondering, why the hell is Phil bringing this up today? I'll tell you why. Because yesterday, out of nowhere, I got tweeted, well, not tweeted, but yeah, I did get tweeted by OPC on Twitter. And I'm like, what the hell? I haven't heard from these guys literally in 3 years since they screwed me over. Why would they be tweeting me? And it was just like K, huh? The letter K and a question mark. So I looked, I clicked on it, and it still said opc.com, like that was their website, was still in the profile description, but it said, this account is now owned by this other person. And I clicked on it, and it says this person's like a social media developer or something. And I'm like, wait a minute. It looks to me like they're out of business.
Huh?
Okay.
Oh, and now we get to Grave Dance. But this is how I see this is the OP Seeds guy. He knew he was running a very shitty ass a dropshipping scam, and he wanted to reach out to some people and just kind of, do it low key, not have a bunch of exposure and not attract a bunch of attention. So he saw this dude playing Minecraft, and he saw him having like 700 subs. So he's like, hey, you know what? I might give this guy a shot at a sponsorship. But then those damn dirty trolls exposed that guy for running a shady dropshipping scam, and the trolls won.
So I click on the link to go to the website, and the website has a big post on it. Okay? And it says, oh, we're sorry to announce this, but we have to go out of business because of Donald Trump.
What?
Because Donald Trump put up unfair trade tariffs. We can no longer produce.
Oh yeah, the
off
China
tariff
tax.
for the price that we're doing it. Our goal when we opened OPC was to create the highest quality but lowest price chair available. And sadly, we just can't do that anymore because Donald Trump's trade tariffs made the cost of the goods that we imported to build our chairs way too expensive.
Oh yeah, since earlier we were talking about putting words in people's mouths, anytime you hear an O, like oh, that's just him putting words in somebody's mouth.
They raised by over 25%. So because of that, there's no way we could do this anymore, and we're going out of business. We're sorry, but it's all Trump's fault. Okay? So I read this, and I'm like, this is hilarious, because are you guys aware of what Trump's trade tariffs were? China.
Are you aware, Phil?
Chinese goods. What he did is he said, Chinese goods are very low quality. China gets way too much business from the United States, so I'm going to put a tariff on that to make them more expensive, so hopefully people will buy higher quality products from other places, because it's not fair that we're getting low quality crap from them. So when they say, oh, we went out of business because of Trump tariffs, you know what they're basically saying?
What are they basically
trying to
saying?
build low quality chairs and charge you top dollar for them.
Bro, they're not building them. You fucking moron. And he thinks he figured it out, man. He figured it out.
So we
he
were
figured it out. It was a scam.
Scamming you. We were selling you junk.
They
top
were
dollar,
selling you
pretending
junk.
Like this was some kind of a high quality gamer chair, but it was actually a piece of shit. And we were teaming up with streamers and content creators, so you would buy that low quality piece of shit for a high price, so we could make out and make tons of money. But because Trump put these tariffs in place to stop crappy products from coming in at low cost, we can't run our scam anymore. So we're going out of business.
Yeah, well, that's what they said. Yes, good job for figuring out what they said, because they said it. Good job, Phil.
That's just fucking hilarious to me. Seriously, like, wow. And I'm sorry, like, there's very few times in my life where I've called upon something that would say karma. That's dead on exactly what you would call karma.
Really? For taking away their sponsorship with Phil? They got karmic justice? I mean, sure. If you want to look at it like that.
A company that screwed me over, and then they got screwed for being...
And look, now he's justifying how he can grave dance on them going out of business. Just like with Machinima. He's figuring out the justification, because otherwise, if he does it just because he feels like it, because he hates them, because he feels like they wronged him, then he's going to be a bad person. So we're going to try and do the mental gymnastics here.
Scammers. Damn! And some people are like, wow, you're petty. Petty? No. You gotta understand something.
Yes, he is absolutely petty. He did like a 4-hour debunk stream because Pro Jared got exposed with his dick out. He's absolutely petty. He just doesn't want to embrace it, which is pretty annoying to me, because I see him for exactly who he is. Just a toxic fucking asshole who wants to be a toxic asshole, but he's trying to restrain himself because he thinks that's the bad thing to do. So he's putting on this whole ass fake persona.
Seek these guys out.
No, he's petty as fuck. Just be petty. Just be petty. Just shit on him. It's so much fun.
They created drama for the haters to celebrate. They created drama because they were unprofessional. They
created the monster.
That was their fault for not being professional. They were unprofessional, scamming idiots. And they fucked me over for like a couple days. It's all anyone talked about. I had people coming in here spamming my streams about OP seats and shit. This is 100% karmic justice. This company got exactly what they fucking deserve.
Yeah, the thing is with those Pro Jared pictures is I cannot unsee them. And every time I stumble upon a video of his, I just, you know, I flash back to those photos. And I just can't look at the guy ever again. And that goes for anybody else that's been caught in some kind of a degenerate scheme like this. Where I can't just keep looking at you, man. I cannot unsee this.
There were a bunch of assholes who were just trying to rip people off.
Good thing you didn't get to see DSP's wee-wee in the accident video, because then I would never be able to, like, actually look at him.
And make money on low-quality crap, okay? Now, in the meantime, by the way, there was another company that wanted to do a chair sponsorship with me, okay? And that company did send me a chair, all right? And guess what? That chair is a piece of crap. That company also went out of business, by the way, because they also were just a reseller. They weren't even a manufacturer. So it was another company that essentially was trying
all right, but
to screw people
hold
over.
on.
The chair that they sent me worked. I would argue the chair worked for about 6 to 8 months.
Bruh, so you scammed them? Is that supposed to be okay, I guess? And also, we have him on record going into business with 2 scamming dropshipping companies. So yeah, you probably don't want to talk about this, Phil. He doesn't realize that makes him look bad too.
It stopped.
And now he's bragging about the fact that he managed to get something out of him. to scam the scammers.
staying at the height it's supposed to be at.
Big Ups Hood Hustler, 23 months, dude. Business has scammed me, dude. Believe you me, Snort. Yes.
The hydraulic pump or whatever it is in it that's supposed to elevate or lower the seat broke. And if you can pump it up and then it just deflates randomly out of nowhere at any time. The seat is also incredibly uncomfortable. It is. I'll be honest with you. It looks nice, but when you sit in it, you're like, it doesn't really feel like it's got these fake little pillows that are supposed to give you like lumbar.
But you agreed to promote them, right?
But they don't. Yeah, it's shitty.
You are so committed to the business deal that they send you a free chair, right?
A shit chair. And by the way, made in China. All these gamer chairs are a complete scam.
It's pretty.
By the way, he is currently using a gaming chair, but it's not one of those El Cheapos. It's the Top Dollar gaming chairs. Shout out to Top Dollar.
Pretty funny to see that Phil seems to care
Excuse me, AJ Francis.
more about his so-called justice, rather than the fact that he was promoting
We need to book El Cheapo versus Top Dollar for WrestleMania. Make it happen, Triple H.
the scam. If it wasn't for the detractor community making their voices heard on Twitter, then Phil would have kept pushing these low-quality chairs onto his unsuspecting viewers. And believe it or not, but this isn't the only time in this video where we would see Phil take pleasure in the shortcomings of someone else. So in the month of December, we witnessed one of the worst launches in gaming history, which was Cyberpunk 2077.
Oh no, not this. Can we skip this?
As CD Projekt Red displayed trailer after trailer, showcasing the potential this game had to offer. This was showing promises of being a game that was going to be talked about for generations. But then, delays started hitting, and the further the release date kept
I don't
getting
want
pushed
this.
back,
I don't want this.
began to be concerned about whether or not this game was going to be released in good condition. But the copium was still there. People thought that maybe they were taking the extra time to hash out all of the potential issues this game could possibly have. Then maybe Cyberpunk could have a perfect release date. I mean, it had Keanu Reeves. There was no way they could fuck this game up. But oh boy, the state that this game released in was absolutely criminal. I mean, you all saw it. The game was filled to the brim with bugs and glitches.
Oh, at least the music was good day one. It was.
Plus, all of the cool features the developers promised for this title were under-delivered. Red Dead Redemption 2 blew this game out of the water when it came to the level of detail both games presented. This game was pretty much Skyrim, but set way further into the future. And to make matters worse, the console release was an absolute dumpster fire as well. Players had to deal with constant crashes, frame rate drops, textures not loading in properly, and on top of that, they had to deal with everything else the PC players were suffering from at the same time. It was so bad that Sony themselves had to allow players the option for a refund, since a good
it was insane.
Scam. Now DSP, sticking true to his character,
It was insane. I refunded that shit immediately as it was made available on the PS4. It's like, imagine being so bad they take it off the shelves, man. This was some embarrassing shit.
Get his money back from purchasing the game and immediately cashed in on the refund.
Hell yeah.
Despite not finishing the game, and despite the fact that there were still people in his audience who still had interest in seeing him play the game all the way through.
Alright, everybody, I'm back. I'm ready to start, but I've made a decision.
What was he playing it on? The PS5 probably.
Alright, you guys ready?
Made a decision.
Alright, and based on my experience and everything that's been going on, here's what we're going to do. I have requested a I was during this break, I was like, you know what? People aren't really digging the playthrough. They feel the game with all its bugs and everything is unfinished. Okay? So I requested a refund. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna play the game today. Alright? Do a major stream of it. And then we're gonna see what happens. I don't know, you know, how long it will take for them to refund the game for me or whatever. Alright? So let's play the game today. Alright? And they're eventually going to rescind my rights to the license. You know, they're going to say at some point, you don't have the right to play this game anymore.
Sure, bro.
Okay?
Sure.
So
he needs to make such a big deal out of it.
And when they rescind the license, that's when we'll suspend the playthrough.
But why?
Then I gotta make a choice
about in the future.
Why even bother?
Do I want to buy it again in a month? Do I want to buy it again in 2 months? Do I want to wait for the PlayStation 5 version if and when that ever comes out? Okay? So...
Well, it did come out. I mean, it all had a very happy ending with Phantom Liberty and the 2.0 update. And, you know, before that, even the 1.5, 1.6. It was really good stuff. They improved it. But, I mean, the launch was something else, man. Even the developer admitted to fucking lying to the shareholders and shit, and they took it off the shelves. You don't need more proof than that. If they decided it's so bad it cannot possibly be sold anymore, then it's not really a debate anymore. It's just bad.
Stream today, all right? And then, okay, I'd rather just focus on something that you guys want to see, and you guys are outright telling me, pretty much for the most part, you're not enjoying the Cyberpunk streams, the game is a piece of broken shit, and you'd rather wait for me to see the finished game to play it again. That's what you... What's the point of playing it? Because this will be our last hurrah session. This will be our last hurrah to Cyberpunk until, you know.
All right, so we got this one. Let's just skip to whatever. Because he got a refund. He never came back to play it because he hates it now. Because for him, if something is bad once, it cannot possibly be good ever. Wait, what do we got here?
It truly is. He wants to pocket the money he's made from streaming the game and the money from the refund. The fact that he was...
I mean, it's just $60.
He'll stream the game regardless of putting in the refund shows how greedy he truly is. He is trying to milk every single cent he can manage from the game. But this didn't mean much as he continued to play Cyberpunk anyway. And surprisingly, Cyberpunk 2077 was able to make a major comeback, as CD Projekt Red made numerous updates to fix everything that was wrong with the game. Not only that, the DLC that came out fairly recently seems to have performed pretty well. So even though the release of Cyberpunk was beyond disastrous at launch, they were able to improve their quality over time. Now, has DSP managed to make any sort of progression similar to this in recent years?
Oh, this is a great GIF. Yeah, people have been circulating this one for a long time.
The month of December 2020 wasn't really all that interesting, as it was mostly just...
Oh, so we're on December 2020. Oh my god, look at this background. Back when we got the piss filter, everything looked like piss. We got the nice baby gamer t-shirts. Oh man.
Crying
back in the day. Now it feels like it was 1,000 years ago.
Chargebacks that were happening on his PayPal account. So even though he was pretty much forcing his fans to go through this whole convoluted ass setup just to send in tips, he was still going through a ton of chargebacks. It really didn't make any sense once you take a second to analyze what he's saying. He's told people that he refunds any tips that weren't sent with a registered PayPal account, so you would think that this would negate any future chargebacks.
Guess what? Wrong.
So now the story has to change again. It has to develop into something more extreme and nonsensical. Instead of this being a dedicated group of people who were refunding money with the sole intention of fucking up Phil's finances, it was now just one guy who is so obsessed with trolling him that he's bought a whole bunch of credit cards just to charge back the money that he sent them. And DSP has even...
So apparently that is what we are supposed to believe, by the way.
That he lost up to $7,000 thanks to these chargebacks.
Right.
I want to support the stream, and you're gonna tip me, all right?
Dude, I don't even remember this. $7,000 because of chargebacks from one guy. He was trolling so hard. He was buying a bunch of stolen credit cards just to mess with him.
Take a few extra minutes.
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure about that.
And create a verified PayPal account.
Oh, this was during the PayPal audit checks. Oh, the tip audits.
Is this guy real? Is he real?
Allow me to explain why. In the last few months, since I would say it started in the summer, but really it got heavily a problem in September, okay? I have received, at this point, if I actually do the math, I believe I want to say it's between 5. These are tips where someone is using a stolen credit card number to send me funds via a stream, just for later on for those funds to be charged back. Which means that basically the person realized, oh my god, someone stole my credit card. They notified their credit card company, and they get their money back. Problem is, that completely screws me over. Not only do I lose the funds from that tip, sometimes there's fees involved, sometimes my PayPal account gets penalized, even though there's no way for me to actually know if someone's legit or if someone
is using a stolen credit card. I mean, how the frick would I know that, right? So it's kind of a messed up system. It's a system that all streamers suffer with. We all just kind of have to put up with
Oh
it,
no.
right?
You guys should unionize. Have you thought about that?
Ain't nothing you can do. There's no protections against that right now. I wish there were. I wish there was a way to say, oh, don't accept an anonymous credit card checkout. I only...
So now we're moving on to the year 2021, and we will come to find that this will be a pretty eventful year in terms of the lore for DSP Gaming. So on January 6, 2021, Twitch put out an official statement on their Twitter that they were removing Gootix as the face of their PogChamp emote based on
Oh dude, I remember this one. I can't wait.
supporting the riots that were
The
going on at
PogChamp.
the time.
And DSP being like, hey guys, you can use me as a PogChamp. It's really gonna piss him off.
Now, whether or not you agree with the things he was saying is really up to you. I'm definitely not trying to get into any political debates. I mean, who am I? Vosh? Nah.
Yeah. You don't want to be Vosh.
But the real majority of people weren't too happy with this.
Mr. Goonfolder. Mr. Big Horseman.
idea, as the PogChamp emo was a beloved staple. So Twitch goes on to state that despite removing Gootix, they were going to keep the PogChamp emote alive by using a new face every 24 hours. DSP responded to that tweet with this one. Sounds good. Want to really piss him off? Use this for the PogChamp moving forward. Gootix hates my guts, and everyone knows who I am, for the wrong reasons, but who's counting? Lol.
But look at this pathetic little pig roach. Pathetic little pig roach. This is a grown-ass man, a businessman.
Hey, do you really want to piss off that guy? Make me the emote, dude.
I am, for the wrong reasons, but who's counting? Lol. Now, I don't exactly know when the beef between Gootix and DSP started.
And he sent him this, like, make this the new PogChamp. The stroke mouth pig champ. It's so stupid, man.
Who I am.
This must have been like a midnight type of tweet. You can't tweet shit like this sober.
For the wrong reasons, but who's counting? Lol. Now, I don't exactly know when the beef between Gootix and DSP started, but seeing that Gootix has a history in the FGC community and is pretty good friends with Mike Ross, I think it's pretty safe to say that that's where it all started. And since Phil can't let go of a grudge to literally save his life, just like Pro Jared, OPC, and Machinima before him, he goes on his pre-stream the next day to further celebrate the downfall of another person who had it out for him.
Oh yeah, there we go. I remember
The big
this
thing that
one.
just happened on Twitch like literally half an hour ago.
I mean, look at this. This is from like 2020, 2021, and he looks much healthier than he does nowadays, man. Like, look at how he looks today.
Two
He's
females
just
we didn't unlock.
the face is so swollen and bloated. He looks like he has no teeth. His lips are fucked up. His whole like eyebrow, caveman eyebrow, hairline, everything is fucked up. Here he kind of looks like a person. Yeah, it looks like a bum. He looks like he never shaves and he just like drunkenly rolls out of bed to show up for stream because that's exactly what he does. But there is something more human than ghoulish.
Was getting out of the shower. This happened. Twitch has banned the PogChamp emo. It
Look
doesn't
at this. Look
exist
at how
anymore.
hype he is.
If you type in the Pog, it's a global emo. It used to be the emo of all people, Gootex from the fighting game community, making his classic face for the camera. Sorry. Or whatever it is, right?
The stroke champ.
They removed it. Now, personally, I don't know anything about this fucking guy anymore. I don't pay attention to this. You guys-
Yeah, this is it. I don't even care about this, but let me shit on him and tell you how I should be the next PogChamp.
I don't
don't even
nothing to do with
care.
that shit anymore. But Gootex always had a bug up his ass about me. Him and Mike Ross. Like, if you remember, back in the day when Street Fighter was blowing up, Street Fighter 4. So we're talking over 10 years ago. Street Fighter 4.
What were they, jealous?
And
Oh, they were so jealous of Phil because he made it.
was becoming an established YouTuber.
Yeah, he
People
was
were coming to me
established.
To watch me do not only Street Fighter footage.
Look at how established he
4,
is.
but many other things. Okay, many other, all the different variety of games and stuff that I used to play. I didn't know who Mike Ross and Gootex were at the time. Like, I had no clue who the fuck they were because I didn't watch other content creators' footage. And I think a few times in videos, people asked me what I thought about them. I was like, I don't know who the fuck they are. I don't know what you're talking about. Now, I don't know if they took that as like a personal insult or some shit. Because I don't know who you are and I don't like your content. I guess they basically hate me for some reason. Like, I remember there were interviews where people would ask them at tournaments, what do you think about Darkside Phil? And they'd be like, Darkside Phil, oh, that fucking hack, I don't know who the fuck that guy is and shit. And I was like, people would come to me and show me that footage and be like,
Imagine if Twitch made that a global emote. Phil would 180 when people start using it a shorthand for dumb and confused streamer moments.
Well, first of all, people wouldn't get it if it became like an official global emote, because they get the PogChamp, and then they would look at this and be like, what is this? Who is this guy? What is this emote associated with? And then they, yeah, like you say, it's just going to be used for like confused streamer moments. It's like the DSP moment.
why are they talking about you like that? And I'm like, I don't know. I seriously know nothing about these fucking guys at all. I don't know why they don't like me years ago, whenever. And apparently they just didn't like me. Whenever people asked them about me, they just blew it off, or they would say something negative about me. I don't know. Now, I mean, seriously, like, I haven't dealt with these guys in a million years. I think the one interaction I ever had with, like, Mike Ross was that he was at a Street Fighter 4 tournament, and he was, like, doing really well. My friend had to play him in tournament, and I think my friend lost to him. But then later on, there was a tournament online, and my friend beat him or something. I don't even know. Yeah, who cares, right? Like, I have zero interactions with these guys. Yet, every once in a while, it would be like, especially Gutex, like, he would just out of nowhere say something negative about me on the internet, and people would tell me, did you hear what Gutex said about you or whatever? And I'd be like, why, who, what? What are you talking about? Right? Like, I don't understand why people love to bring me up and shit. They always have
why do you love bringing them up now?
Their mouths and stuff.
Uh-huh.
Who the fuck these people are, why they talk about me.
Look at this. He's taking the high road by explaining to you exactly why he's going to be bringing people up and making fun of them. Okay, I was provoked,
so
okay?
Really, not many interactions besides the negative ones that they talk shit about me, and I'm sure at some point I probably talk shit back to them. I have no idea because I don't remember.
Just wanted to clarify that Wash was exposed as a PDF file in addition to a horse lover.
Now, I didn't see what was in that folder. I saw a couple of tweets about what it looks like it is, and I saw Tipster defending him. So he might just be a pedophile, to be honest. So both of them, they should grab each other by the hand and
burn on the ovens and burn all the pizzas.
They should burn all the pizzas. Because, I mean, those two have always looked super degenerate. It was just a matter of time until something comes out, and I get an actual reason to dislike them. And now I do. So, good job, guys. Good job. I was right yet again for disliking them before it was cool.
I want to say it was 2-3 years ago. Was it? It was what? I can't remember.
Even though I think Tipster gets himself in one of those, like, pedophile apologist drama sagas pretty much every year.
What was the year when Ninja played Fortnite with Drake? Whatever year that was.
What?
I don't remember what year that was. Who fucking knows? Because it's all pointless anyway, right? Whenever it was that Ninja played Fortnite with Drake, it was like the hottest thing all on social media. All anyone would talk about, the biggest Twitch stream ever. Drake streamed with a streamer, Ninja,
okay.
and solidified Ninja as the top.
What is he actually talking about at this point, man?
Streamed with Drake, the rapper. Okay, and everyone's freaking out about this.
Okay.
So this happened, and of course, people coming onto my streams talking about it, asking me about it. What are my opinions? So I tweeted out about it that day, and I was like, I can't remember exactly what I said. All I remember is basically saying something to the effect of, I don't understand why people think this is such a big deal, that like people are actually like, oh, we made it now because gaming has crossed over into music, and now this is gonna get gaming.
Who is saying this?
Stream appeal and stuff like that. All right, and basically, people shat all over me for it. People shat all over me at the time for it. Oh, Phil, you're just an old but crotchety geezer.
You are.
Crusty old fuck.
You are.
Why would
He's
you
even crustier than ever.
Criticizing that happening or whatever. Okay, and basically shitting all over me, saying I'm out of touch, you don't understand. Now here we are, what is it, 2-3 years later? Did gaming explode because Ninja fucking streamed with Drake? No, here's what happened. Fortnite became a kid's game. All little kids saw that, thought, oh, I want to play it. Fortnite.
Really? That's when Fortnite became a kid's game? When Drake and Ninja were playing it? Really?
Game, right?
It's always been a kid's game. Just look at it.
With microtransactions to buy fucking stupid costumes and shit. You tell me anyone outside of a competitive community or streamers trying to make money off of viewers who were little kids. Tell me anyone who cares about fucking Fortnite.
Wash's lowly
many
folder was
people.
more
We're not even
organized than
talking
my
about
room.
this. Yeah, and it could have all been avoided if he knew the first fucking thing about streaming, which is you never capture your desktop. Never. You always capture a window. You don't capture your desktop. There's a bunch of stuff people are not supposed to see. It's your own personal computer.
Right? It's the biggest game, and mainstream.
But good thing he got exposed.
Gamers don't care.
He's been looking like a piece of shit for a while. Nice that we finally got confirmation. Turn on the ovens.
It didn't do anything. It didn't blow games up or anything like that at all. It had absolutely zero impact, zero, on the gaming community. I was right. I was like, you're all hyped for absolutely nothing. Nothing's going on of any importance here. This is just a fucking marketing stunt. I don't know how you're so dumb to not figure that out. But the reason I bring this up is because when all this was happening and everyone was busy shitting at me, guess who was at the front of the line? Gutex. He came to shit on me.
Really?
Now, I
He
hadn't
did?
talked about this guy in years. Hadn't fucking known anything about this guy in years. Comes onto my Twitter and he's like, you know, shitting on me, saying that.
What did he say?
You know, I'm an idiot or whatever, and I'm jealous. I don't know. To be honest, it's also stupid because I don't pay attention to this shit. These idiots just come and they invoke my name when they feel like
They invoke my name. What is he, a fucking deity? Is he a god?
like there's no reason.
Do not say the Burnell name in vain. Or, you know, he's coming for you.
For people to shit on me for things I say on my own Twitter because number one, I don't have a giant following.
Okay, yeah, but it's a public post. If you want to post something in private, post it in a fucking Discord chat room with your friends.
Number two, most people don't care what I say.
Yeah, but you're saying it. So what, like, how is he trying to make himself, like, immune to criticism with these stupid fucking points? You tweeted something stupid, just eat the shit sandwich.
Yeah, I have a small group of dedicated fans who do care what I say, and outside of that, no one
Okay.
gives a shit. So why the fuck, number one, why is Gutex following what I'm saying on Twitter?
So, like, and now what I'm supposed to take away from this is that he is super worthless and you shouldn't give a fuck about anything he says. And that's him saying it to defend himself from somebody attacking him on what he actually said in public about them or about something else.
Why is he coming to my Twitter out of years of never even speaking of the guy, knowing nothing about him, to come shit on me?
And he's talking about Twitter like it's a physical place. Like Gutex needed to go out of his own Twitter house and drive all the way to Phil's Twitter house and throw toilet paper on his house.
Publicly, right?
No. Maybe he just stumbled upon your tweet and he was like, hey, this is fucking stupid. I'm going to call this guy stupid. And that's just what happened.
So at the time, I'm not even...
Perhaps.
Like, I got so many people shitting on me for this. I just deleted the fucking tweet. I had enough. Like, it's one thing to say something and you think, oh, well, my followers will understand what I'm coming from. It's another thing to have, like, you know, because Gutex fucking shits on you on Twitter for it. I get like 10,000 fucking people now who are coming and shitting on my Twitter.
There we go. There we go. That's when he gets super pissed off because he feels like when he's in his echo chamber, he can say anything. And then somebody like Sir Moist comes across that clip and is like, wow, this guy is a fucking pathetic loser. And then it gets a lot of other people's attention, and that's what he's not happy for. He feels like he is entitled to saying stuff in public on his own platform and never getting clapback for it.
And basically making my Twitter unusable for...
Not exactly how life works.
Directed at it. Seriously, of all the things in my life that I worry about, the last thing I think about or worry about is fucking Gutex. Like, who the fuck cares about that guy? Who cares? He's the least important thing on my entire laundry list of insignificant things on planet Earth in my life.
This is, by the way, at least a 5-minute segment about Gutex, a guy who he doesn't care about in the slightest, allegedly.
You've probably got, like, you know, the air particles in India, you know, the amoeba.
If Tipster is defending you, there's a very high chance you're a PDF file or doing some freaky weird butterfly.
Yeah, Tipster's always been sus. I always got bad vibes from him. He always comes across as this, like, pathetic, like, neckbeard fucking ass kisser and dick sucker, and he's gonna suck everybody's ass as long as they're his friend. So yeah, I have absolutely no respect for that fat slob, and he should go fuck himself.
He's fat! Everybody knows I hate fat asses.
Lives at the bottom of the ball sack of a whale out in the Indian Ocean, and then probably Gutex. That's probably like the order of importance.
Yeah, Gutex.
I don't care about this guy. Why the fuck does he follow my Twitter and tweet me negatively nasty shit?
And now we're framing Gutex as if he is like stalking DSP's Twitter. Why the fuck is he following my Twitter? So he doesn't have to. Maybe he just saw your tweet, bro.
I actually remember I tweeted him back. I said, oh, well, Merry Christmas. Like, I just lifted it. I was like, well, Merry Christmas. Because it was Christmas time. As like, this guy's tweeting me like negative shit. So That's like the last interaction that I've had with this guy. All right, like, and that's it. So the PogChamp emote was removed today, which is Gutek's face going, oh, or whatever globally on Twitch because of the horrible things happening in Washington, D.C. And apparently he's tweeting out things in support of these Trump supporters in Washington, D.C. I think he made a tweet showing a video of a woman getting shot in the head, and it said MAGA martyr or something like that. Fucked up stuff. Things that you should not be doing that.
He was gin tweeting.
Even if you politically support that, you're not tweeting out those fucking videos. It's fucking disgusting shit. I don't know about this guy. I don't know anything about him, but he's canceled basically. Like right now, Twitch literally saw that and was flooded with a million complaints about it. And they said, oh shit, and they removed his emote.
Oh shit. Yeah, that's the first thing they did. Oh shit, we need to take down the emote.
And said, we can't have that on Twitch anymore. Like we can't in right mind can't have that on Twitch anymore when the guy who we have as a global emote is saying, you know, supporting this Trump mob who attacked the Capitol today. So what a fucked up situation. But, you know, it is another, like I said, it's just another case of another one bites the dust. Some guy who had a bug up his ass about me over the years. I don't know why he ever had a bug up his ass about me. I really don't. I genuinely have no idea why the guy hated me or shat on me over the years in things he said whenever someone asked him about.
Yeah, really interesting about this is that he feels like everybody who has a negative opinion of him personally has to have some kind of a personal relationship to him. This is how he sees it. It's like, I didn't do anything bad to you. Why do you hate me? Maybe because you're just a piece of shit in general. This is for the same reason I dislike Tipster.
I mean, he's tweeting me.
He's just generally a piece of shit. The guy never did a bad thing to me. Maybe he blocked me on Twitter once I called him a fucking calorie meister or something.
Negative shit. Again, last thing on earth I'm thinking about is Gutex, and he's coming after me every once in a while. I don't know why. Okay.
I don't know, because you're a bum. Why not? It's fun.
You tell me. But another one that got ethered today. Finger snapped.
He got ethered. Look at this.
Oh, well. Anyway, let me put this in
He's Fortnite dancing on Gutex.
This once again shows the hypocrisy that lies within Phil's character. He will always wait for the moment where someone he doesn't like will finally hit rock bottom, and he'll swoop in to gloat and make fun of their situation. But if
hell yeah, brother.
Thing to him, then suddenly it's the end of the fucking world, right? Everybody's just being mean to him, and they don't want Phil to succeed because it's easy to pick on him for mistakes that he'll never admit to. It's all just a bunch of bullshit. This also highlights another interesting thing about DSP. This nigga has the memory of a goldfish when it comes to things that put him in a negative light, or he simply just doesn't care to mention it. Yet when it comes to this internet drama with other content creators, he will remember every single minute detail about the shit they said about him, regardless of how long it's been. And you gotta remember, this is all coming from the guy whose whole persona is being this beacon of positivity, and tries to keep everything about his streams drama free. But man, I guess out of that
Can you
chill
search up them
positivity
Gautex
goes down.
tweets, Mail?
I can, yes, I will try. But I've been blocked from DSP's Twitter, so I'm not gonna get to see his response.
I'm a drain once the opportunity
But I will try.
itself. And speaking about revisiting the past, to close this episode of A Beggar's Journey out, we got a fantastic rant from DSP, trying to desperately cling on to the idea that his fourth place of Evo is valid, and they could still play at top level in Street Fighter.
So, okay, all I
He was
found
playing the old school.
was 3 tweets that are all positive, but I can't see DSP's part of it. So here is, consider this the one and only time I'd make a poster about DSP and LTG, 2 notorious gaming personalities. This is in December 8th, 2017. Fun fact, I've beat LTG in Street Fighter V Season 1 with my Rashid. This is some guy, I don't know, Common Jor. So he made this, like, thing, and then DSP responded. I have no idea what. And then we got Gutek says, I'm confused as you are, Phil. Much respect to you and your work, though, sir. Holding it down on YouTube and entertaining the people since before it was cool. So this is just a compliment. And then Phil says something. And then Gutek says, thanks, same to you, sir. So I assume this was a positive interaction. And this is all. This is all. It's literally just this one thread. Oh, no, there was something in 2018. Thank you, sir. I thought I was the only one that saw through the fake hype. And this is a post deleted by the post author, but you can see it's a DSP because it's addressing him. And when you click on DSP, you get "you're blocked" for some reason. I don't even know what I did. I did nothing wrong. So this is it.
Street Fighter collection every Friday.
If I open in a private tab, it might work, but it also might just ask me to log in. Well, let's see what we got here. Is this a private tab? This is not a private tab. Also, Control-Shift-N doesn't open a private tab on Firefox. Private. Oh, Control-Shift-P. Ah. So let's see what we got here. I'm being harassed to log in. No, I can't even like scroll up the page. That's how stupid this is. So it doesn't work. I guess whoever is not blocked by him, you can go check out what they said. But I cannot find the discussion where they were making fun of DSP. I just don't get it. Oops,
That I would like.
And during those streams, he will more than often get his ass handed to him by players such as Jose and
If anything, it was like super positive.
He really likes to hold on and
Oh yeah, here is the tweet link.
shares this top 8 accomplishment. And surprisingly, it's pretty understandable. Because once you take a second to look back at Phil's early history, Street Fighter 2 Turbo was the only thing he had. He, without a doubt, loved that game. He had spent a lot of time and money learning everything he possibly could about the tactics and strategies to prove to himself and others that he was good at fighting games. His 4th place achievement is the only thing he could look back upon and tell himself that he was a professional level gamer. Nothing will ever come close to the admiration Phil had for this game.
Yeah.
I know that there's one last game that I will
And it's like this. Oh, it again, man. I've said this many times. He's living in his own personal hell. Because, like, these type of games are perfect for somebody as delusional and narcissistic as Darkside Phil. Because if people hate you, you can just blame him for being jealous because you're just too good at the game. You're making it and they're failing. And his whole persona in the FGC was the guy that nobody really liked, and they didn't try and hide it, but he justified it as the king of hate. They hate me because they just can't handle me, bro. They're like the best.
never lose my skills in.
And this was like, it's so poetic that the only game that he was ever good at is some washed up, like, bottom of the bucket port of Street Fighter 2 Super Turbo from like 1999 or something.
Alright, Super Turbo. There's no way I can forget how to play this game. Let's do it.
Yeah, Phil, you're a tournament winner. This is gonna be a great match.
So when people are telling him that his 4th place at EVO wasn't a true representation of his skill level due to the port that was used, this will of course affect his fragile ego.
Okay. The Man of Orange tipped me $2, said, is a usual criticism that you're winning.
This is also true. Yeah, these games are the worst types of games for narcissists because they can never lose and improve. So again, his own worst, his personal hell.
EVO was not authentic because it was a Neo Geo port, valid or stupid. It wasn't a Neo Geo port. It's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. Super Turbo, I don't think was ever even on Neo Geo because Neo Geo is an SNK console. Why would a Capcom game be on it? No, the port was a PS1 port. And at the time, it was the only mainstream console version outside of Dreamcast, but they didn't want to use Dreamcast because they felt that the Dreamcast was the no reliable console at the time.
Okay, so here was the content of the tweet. Thank you, Fats12 in chat for this. So DSP's reply here apparently says, "What is this odd obsession the FGC has with me and LTG? I'm gonna help you out, Phil. You're both losers, and you're both lolcows, and you're both washed up, and you're both narcissistic, and you're both toxic. So that is a very, very good matchup you got there. I haven't played Street Fighter V since mid-2016 and hate the game. We have nothing in common outside of the things that I just mentioned. Nor will we be playing each other." Sweet poster, though. Props on that. And a couple of years later, well, actually quite a lot of years later, so this was posted in 2017. In 2023, he was really starving for having a match against Mr. Dale the Sparrow, Mr. Tier God, Mr. God. He really wanted it. And in the end, he called him his bitch. "Yeah, if you don't answer my call, you're just my bitch."
No, they used the PS1 version. And was it illegitimate? No. What it was different. It had different things to it that if you practiced it, you would have learned the differences. That's exactly what I did. Everyone was complaining, we want arcade. I complained that year too that I wanted arcade. I publicly said on srk.com, shoryuken.com, I think that it should be arcade version. But Evo outright denied it and said over and over, no, we're doing PS1 version. Everyone said, well, that's fucking stupid. I agreed. And I said, but you know what? Instead of sitting here and bitching, I'm going to actually play that version and learn it and then play it in the tournament. So I did. I played the shit out of that version. Both
okay, bro, and you didn't even win. You got 4th place. And the more he dwells on it and the more he keeps being defensive about his achievement, the more he looks like a loser. Because first of all, like I said, he won 4th place. He did not win top 3. They don't give out medals for 4th place. They don't give shit out for 4th place. Second of all, this shit happened in 2005. At the time of this video happening, I believe this happened around 2020, it's been 15 years. And now it's almost 20 years. And you're just still being defensive of this fucking achievement that's not even all that much of an achievement? I would get if he was bragging about being like number 1 or maybe the 2nd. Top 3? I don't know, but I wouldn't be bragging about it. But still, I would understand it more than bragging about being 4th place.
And then when I went to the tournament for like 2-3 straight days, I just practiced the PS1 version. So when I actually got to the competitive play, I knew the differences. I knew Vega was even better. I knew Chun-Li was even better. And I also knew that certain characters like Balrog and Old Sagat were not as good in that version. So I played those characters like Vega and did insanely well, while other people didn't practice just everyone didn't at all, just playing never practice, and they all lost. So if you say that's unfair or it's not legit, I mean...
Okay, it is legit. I admit he won legitimately, and it was a perfectly playable port of a game. But does that justify jerking yourself off with that achievement for, what, 20 years? 15 years at least? And that being the high point of your life? I don't know. Kind of makes you look like a bum. I'm just gonna be honest here. Just being honest. Yeah.
They announced way ahead of time, this is the version that's gonna...
Even, because, like, think about it. Even if everything happened the way he claims it did, he still looks like a loser. Because he's super defensive of it 20 years after the fact. It's still a huge achievement for him, and he's still super proud of it.
Be at Evo. Yes, people complain, but you had plenty of time to practice.
Most of his fans were like 10 years old, even less.
Saying, okay, we're gonna have an NBA 2K tournament, but we're playing the...
Yeah, I'm so over this whole 4th place.
That was it. I went ahead and for the next qualifiers...
He won, you guys. He won.
Well, no,
it's
I
over.
played PS1 version. I played arcade, criticized for Turbo. The best competition in and to learn the best strategies. It's just dumb shit that idiots make up. Okay.
Talking all that bullshit!
I can't even speak English anymore. Sneaky
then speak Spanish, dude. Bleh.
Do I feel that if I went and I actually played some pros in this game?
Hello? My internet shitting up again? Perhaps? Or no? Perhaps not.
Gaming was asking me, do I feel that if I went and I actually played some pros in this game right?
No. No. As we saw with Street Fighter 6, whenever a legitimate professional fighting game player gets matched with him, he is getting completely wiped. He's getting curb stomped, he is getting body slammed, he's getting suplexed, he's getting hit with a pedigree, and he's losing. That's just the bottom line. So did my internet drop off again? What the fuck? Can't even load a single video. I was gonna end the stream by the end of this video, which is in a couple of minutes, but come on.
Wanted to play me because they knew I was good.
Thank God.
It was a good thing to play the best, to get the best competition in, and to learn the best strategies. It's just dumb shit that idiots make up. Okay. Sniggy,
hey, big ups for the sub. Lost in Technicolor, dude.
I can't even speak English anymore. Sneaky Fish Gaming was asking me, do I feel that if I went and I actually played some pros in this game right now, and I guess he's talking about Super Turbo, do you think I would still be able to hang and be good, or would I be, like, not doing as well because, you know, I'm rusty and I've only been playing
yes. That is a yes. Oh, and look at how positive this stream is, by the way. Top tip, Jax Raxer, $100. Tips total, $102. Very nice, Phil. We gotta love that community showing up to support the gameplay they love.
Put it this way, at first I might be rusty, but it honestly for me, like all the time that I kind of go to play higher level people, I can usually, either remember stuff that I've forgotten pretty relatively quickly, or I can adapt right away. I'm a very adaptable player, where, like, I'll see people doing a strategy or whatever, and I'll say, okay, wait a minute, let me think about this. I'll try a new strategy, and next thing you know, I'll be able to, like, adapt around it.
Yeah. No. No.
That's a good thing about me, is I feel like when I play, that's how, honestly, I ended up performing so well with as little practice as I got in at the tournaments that I went to, because everyone else was constantly playing bodied.
Oh no, I'm fucking done with this, bro. I'm done with this whole listening to him cope about his past achievements that haven't been relevant since literally they happened. Because like a year after that Evo happened, this shit is not relevant anymore. Because there's a new Evo and there's going to be a new champion. So nobody cares about what you did in 2005 that didn't even make top 3. It actually doesn't matter. And if it matters so much to you, that's because you're a bum. Get out of here. And oh, this is it with the video. Wow, I get to end the stream now. Very nice. I gotta go out anyways in about 10 minutes. So, epic style. Outro. There's no outro. So thanks everybody for watching. Swing by next time. And next time, if I have more time, we can watch a different type of video or something. I don't know. Who cares? Fuck it. Nobody tell me how to live.
Ain't nobody gonna tell me how to live.
Last question by Oakbook the Black. At what age does Phil's cranium stop growing? I don't know. It's still growing, as you can see. It's been getting even more cranium. Even more cranium by the Danium. By next week, he's going to be twice this size. By next year, he's just going to be straight up a bobblehead. So, yeah, let me tell you something, brother.
Let me tell you something, brother.
Anyways, I'm going to be out. Thanks for watching. Swing by next time. Yong out.